one viewer.
One viewer. Oh, geez, we've already started, Sam. Jeez. All right. Hey, everybody. Eggman here.
Hey, Guy.
This is going to be on YouTube. It could be guy and or girl and or spectrum person.
Hello, viewer.
Whoa, hey, they could be blind.
Viewers.
They could be blind. People
Audience.
tuning in.
Hello, audience.
There we go.
Hello,
Okay.
listeners.
There you go.
We are doing a very special and long-winded card review today, and let me introduce. To my right is Sam Benson / Ben Samson / any combination of the two you want, and then also we have to my left
Sam Ben.
Twesticles.
Hello.
I said it without laughing.
Oh yeah. See,
All
once
right.
you've heard it, once you've inundated yourself with it, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Should we like we're gonna go right in, or do we want to like introduce ourselves a little bit?
Let's introduce ourselves. So
You go first. You're the channel owner here.
I'm Eggman. I play Hearthstone and get salty, and then the clips show up online.
Everybody gets salty. Yeah. That's
So Hearthstone's fun. I play it.
How long you been streaming Hearthstone for?
I've been streaming since the beginning of this year. This is like my 60th stream this year, and I just got affiliate, and I'm gonna stop bragging about that today. I swear. But
No,
so yeah.
My name is Sam. I am an innkeeper for KC Firesides, which is.
He's a really good one.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Tyler. We hold casual Hearthstone events in Kansas City once every month. And I got a host too. You're totally right.
Yeah.
I just saw that you hosted.
Oh yeah.
I got to do that too.
All right.
Thank you. But yeah, just do casual Hearthstone events. I think I've never hit Legend, so I think I've been hovering around rank 15 to rank 10
That sounds
in the last
standard.
months. So I think my approach for the card review today is going to be a little more casual, more focused around the fun nature, the hype, the PogChamp nature,
As an innkeeper should.
as an innkeeper should.
Yeah, and if anyone's here is interested in KC Firesides, you can look in the Twitch description below. I have a link for it.
Really awesome.
And then I'll also put it on the YouTube for those who's watching this on YouTube.
That's right.
So, cool.
It's really cool.
Thank you.
My name's Twesticles, my Twitter and my Twitch handle is Twes_TV because Twitch isn't really super excited about the Twesticles URL. But I've been playing Hearthstone since it launched. I've been streaming it for 2 years now, basically. I haven't streamed Hearthstone specifically, I guess. I started streaming Hearthstone. Went to tournaments across the country, played in online tournaments and stuff. I haven't played recently because Hearthstone was getting kind of lame for me, but I love the Frozen Throne, and the Ungoro expansion was great. So I'm really excited to get into
because
this
you left end of Mean Streets, and then you're like, oh, I'll take a break for Ungoro, and then everyone's like, this is the best thing.
Yeah, I literally skipped the best expansion. Like, I skipped, because I left for Mean Streets, and Mean Streets was like 3 decks and 2 classes.
Cancer, yeah.
And that was it. And Ungoro's been like the most variety that they've ever seen, and I wasn't there for it. So I'm like, all right, you did your job, Blizzard. You showed you that you could do it, so let's come back. So back for some
I'm glad that Blizzard got your stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Welcome
Well,
back.
you know, you
Welcome back to the
gotta vote
Hearthstone
with your
community.
wallet. I wasn't happy about Mean Streets. I didn't pay them any money for Ungoro, so
That's
they
fair.
got their stuff together, though.
All right.
Yeah.
So good job, Blizzard.
All right. So how we're doing this? We're just gonna have all the cards. Hopefully this will be under 3 hours. Someone who's watching this YouTube video will see the video length and be like,
Yeah, maybe we should put like chapters like for each class, like links and like
I'll go from Druid to just the classes.
23 minutes to 29 minutes.
We're doing classes first, then the general at the end?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it's whatever the order is on the Blizzard website, which follows.
It's arbitrary.
Yeah,
it
it's
seems.
not followed by rarity, alphabetical, or mana cost. So
Hopefully, when I did my card review of Mean Streets, Matt Place showed up in my chat, and I didn't know
What?
who Matt Place was at the
What?
time. Yeah, I had no idea who he was. I was just talking to him. So, Matt Place, if you show up, tell us what the hell order
what's
this
the stream
website's in.
title?
I named it Knights of the Frozen Throne Review.
We should put like Kansas City in there or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Just somewhere.
Hold on while we do that.
We're super
I'm
prepared.
gonna. How do I just type /host?
Yeah.
Slash host. Thiegman.
All right.
Yeah, I had no
host.
idea who Matt Place was, and somebody called the Placemat was in my chat all night, giving me crap when I was like talking about it. Or he wasn't giving me crap. He was trying to change my viewpoint on some of my discussion, and he did great about it. It was awesome. And I had no idea who it was. Well, then I went and clicked on his link, and I realized all the other channels he was following. Then I went and Googled him, and I'm like, this is the lead card designer for Hearthstone. So it was really cool that he was chilling. But if any Blizzard employees end up showing up,
welcome.
Tell us what
So
order
some
this
information.
website is in. I got
you got it.
What do I do? How do I?
Oh, you gotta do it in your own.
your chat.
Oh
yeah,
my
your chat. Don't,
God.
what? You think I modded you? This guy.
Wait, if you're a mod, you can do it from other people's chats?
How do I get onto my
That'd be
chat?
cool.
No, you can
your chat.
host it for me.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Tyler.
While we're doing this, also we have these handy dandy notepads, and so for some of the cards that we feel are exciting, we want to express how our
Wait. Did you do it?
Yeah.
Hey, it works.
It is.
Thank you.
we are also going to just draw something. So,
Dick butt?
yeah. So
Oh.
for
Wait. What's the name of the card? No, we'll worry about it later.
okay, all right.
It's alright.
You guys good to start? going
Yeah,
into
let's dive in. I might stop and get some water.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
If any of us like walk out of frame, we're maybe not angry at each other.
Yeah, and or the card is being printed.
I'm just so bad this card's in the game. I gotta get some
Yeah.
water. I'm leaving.
Sick of this.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Let's get started with.
Crypt Lord. We'll just go down the line and just introduce. So, Sam,
Yeah.
Sam, you can start.
When I first saw this card, I think we're gonna spend. By the way, we're gonna spend like 1 to 2 minutes on each card.
Yeah, try
Because
it.
otherwise we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be here all night anyways. But
Me too. We're roommates.
Sorry.
But
sorry, Tyler.
I thought the Crypt Lord got +1 attack when I first read it, and I thought it was amazing. And then it got +1 health, and I wasn't so hyped about it. But what do I know about game balance? I think it's going to be awesome in like combo decks, and it's going to be awesome in decks where you buff stuff up, because 2 attack is twice as good as 1 attack. All right, that's all I have to say. If I disagree or have anything else to say, I'll chime in.
I think Token Druid runs Tar Creeper to protect its stuff. Crypt Lord can easily fill that role because the plus damage on your opponent's turn is not as important, in my opinion. And the fact that it will keep growing, like if you do Fireflies or even Living Mana, like if you have this on turn 3 and then Living Mana, you get 5 more health. Like you pretty much heal this thing back up to full or whatever. So if Token Druid's still a thing, I think this would be good in that.
See, my thing is, I love Token Druid. It used to be like one of my favorite decks ever to play when Token Druid was really hyped.
Sure. Before it was good.
Right, yeah. And this card doesn't really excite me very much. Like, the most exciting thing to me about this card is that I could run, like, one of the Alchemists and, make it,
true.
like, a 1/7 and then swap it on the same turn and punch face for 7 on, like, turn 4. And that's kind of cool to me. And, like, an arena, that kind of an idea is cool to me. But in general, I just feel like 1-attack creatures have never shown... 1-attack high-health creatures have never shown very much strength. So it would have to be buffed.
Mogashan Warden.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. It's 1 extra health for 1 more mana, and this one can grow past that. But, like, Mogashan Warden's never seen play ever. So you would have to run buffs.
Unless you've got Crazed Alchemist.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's true. So that's like the only thing about this is that you could buff this to like a 1/10 on like late in the game and swap it all at once. And I feel like it'll actually become like a 6/2 if you swap it with Alchemist. So that's my only thing. Alchemist is the only reason I think this card's interesting to me.
I'll just because we're on the Alchemist, the one thing is Druid also has those Scarabs that are 1/5s. Flipping those later in the game for just 5 damage could be interesting.
Yeah,
but
could be like a token aggro Druid.
all right.
Also, the art is really cool.
Yeah.
It's like a
Dude,
green
the
and
art this
black.
entire
Yeah.
expansion. I think I could just lay that out at the beginning. Every one of the card arts is great. I love
That's
it.
going to be great.
So that's it. Yeah, that's what you said. That's my only thing. The only thing that interests me on this one is that Alchemist gets it for me.
Here's my
Art.
my art. That's my evaluation of the card.
All right.
That's it for me.
I'm just.
Come on,
drawing
we've
dice
already
on.
spent like 3 minutes on this
Oh
card.
yeah, we got to.
All right.
We got to
Fluent.
hustle.
Fluent.
What is this notepad? We're using the notepads. Iona Kita. Is that right? Iona Kita.
I always call him Makeda, but I'm gonna put it a nice thank God non-priest.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
That's my.
Druid does have a ton of buffs, but Druid's never run buffs ever. So.
Yeah,
Oh my
just a
God.
good divine shield inner fire is dangerous. All
Yeah,
right,
that'd be cool.
all right, and you.
I don't got anything.
Okay.
No writing
Next
for this
one.
one.
All right, next one.
I'll write on the
All right.
ones I think are very
And
interesting.
we're gonna see if our next one technology is working.
Next
Yeah.
one, technology.
All right, I'll start this one then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just rotate. Yep.
Let's see. So it's 4 mana, 2/3, no tribal tags, and it gives your taunt minions 2/2. Warrior kind of saw this as a spell card with bolster that gave all your minions +2/+2 for 2 less mana, and it didn't give you a body. It's really weird that they're pushing taunt so much with Druid after like having no taunts, especially. Can Tortolan Shellraiser find any taunts before this? I don't think they're
Tortolan Shellraiser.
or what was the 3 mana one
Stonehill Defender.
Stonehill Defender. Jeez.
Yeah.
There any taunts before where for Druid are transform into taunts.
Dark Arakoa.
Dark Arakoa. Okay,
Yeah, that'd be it.
that's right.
That's like the only relevant one.
True. Okay. But I think there's a lot of ways for Druids to get like unleashed.
Mark of the Wild.
Mark of the Wild. Well, that's
a buff that
is a
gives
buff.
gives
Some
it taunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there's like the legendary we'll get back to. I'll get back to it anyways. There's a lot of ways to generate a lot of taunts in this set with one card. So that's why I think this card is kind of interesting. Props, you could put it in like your Cthulhu, and then you can get the 2 4/6s, and you can buff this card with Innervate on turn 9.
Ooh.
That's the sickest combo I can think of besides the new card combos. So.
That's what this card doesn't do anything for me before this expansion. Now that I've seen all
Sure.
the other cards, there's some really cool combos.
If this
that
is
Druid
released
has.
with Taking Abomination, we'd have probably the same.
Yeah, that's a good example. But there's just a lot of really cool stuff that Druid's getting this expansion to help this out. Otherwise, it would be lame.
Quick art note: the strong shell scavenger. He's literally holding a strong shell and a beetle leg. As
Which
a
he
club.
probably scavenged.
Is that
Which
what that
he
is?
pro-
It's a beetle
leg.
Oh, it's a beetle shell and
It's
a
a
beetle leg.
beetle leg.
All right,
That's
that's
it's awesome.
again.
You need to get like an art beret now and just have like your Sharpie like hanging out of your mouth a bit. That'd be awesome. No, not that
We
side.
need to get you a
Oh,
palette.
okay.
We need to get you a palette.
A palette,
So,
so I can combine. Anyway, moving on.
yep.
All
I
right.
think it's cool with the new cards.
Yeah.
Neat. Can't wait to try it.
We'll see some new cards that'll be good with.
All right. Nash.
Nash. So it's 3 mana spell. Give your hero 3 attack and gain 3 armor. I think this needs to be a 2 mana card. To be honest, I think to see play nowadays, this needs to be a 2 mana card. It seems really good. 3 attack, 3 armor. But like what's the warlock spell that was 2 mana, deal 3 damage?
I can't remember. It's
That's
Dark Bomb.
Dark Bomb, yes. So that kind of a card, a 2 mana deal 3 damage card, is better than give your hero 3 attack, I think, because you can go through taunts.
I
You
compare
can
it
do
to
a lot
Bash.
of things.
You got to compare it to
Yeah,
Bash.
Yes,
Bash. Good call. Yeah, Bash.
I was gonna compare like they're just asking for it because it rhymes with Bash, right? Like it has.
That's
This is
probably
the
why.
savagery buff that
And
we've always been asking for. Savagery.
And I feel like
Yeah.
Bash doesn't see tons of play, so I feel like this is a worse version because it's not a spell, it's an attack, so you can't go through taunts and things. So I'm not very excited about this.
JD has a good point. Inferior to Feral Rage.
Yeah.
Either get
Feral
plus
Rage is
4
a 4
attack.
mana 4/4.
Yeah, but you can't do both unless you got Fandral. So
Yeah, and so this isn't the first card they've given Warlock or not Warlock, Druid. That it's pretty much a stronger version of your hero power, right? Like they have the 1 mana, the claw, and then they have bite.
Claw, Nash, Bite.
Yeah, claw, Nash, bite.
And I'm not saying this is a bad card for value, like looking at it, like, oh, you get 3 attack and 3 armor for 3 mana. It seems pretty good, but it's just not worth a card slot.
I would also. Okay, I thought so. So I've always, when reading this card, I'm like, that's a weird way to write it because if bite has it worded differently for the same kind of effect. It says give your hero +4 attack this turn and 4 armor. It doesn't say gain 4 armor.
Yeah.
It's that has an orphan. Put it up to the camera.
Okay.
It's got an orphan on the bottom.
The Hearthstone consistencies.
Right. So, that card, Nash does not have an orphan, and Bite does. I think that's the reasoning behind it. Oh, and now we're way out of focus. Hey,
Yeah,
we're back?
Yeah, autofocus.
All right,
So, yeah.
we'll take it.
I don't know. Not very excited. This is it's a boring card to me, and I don't think we'll see play.
I think it's okay in
We've
Arena.
got other variants.
I think it's okay. It's all right in Arena.
Yeah. In Arena, I think it's all right. Yeah, sure.
All right.
There's worse.
Lots of things have 3 health.
Okay, a lot of people talk about this
I
card.
get,
You
I
get
get to do it first.
All right.
I think it's a lot of. It's like a good Kazaka's potion that you could put 2 of them in your deck. 10 mana cards are always so crazy though,
That is better than any Kazakus potion.
Right. Well, it's basically.
Yeah.
But to quote Millhouse Mana Storm, you just wait till I have 10 mana. This is sort of that same concept. Like, it's an amazing card to play if you can reach turn 10. If you can reach 10 mana. With Druid, that's a little bit easier to do than with other classes. But I don't know. I feel like this card is really hype. But I don't know that in actuality it's going to be like as powerful as everyone thinks. Yeah, it is value, but like...
My only counter to that is that 10 mana, usually the reason that 10 mana cards fail is because they do one big thing for 10 mana.
Right.
This one does lots of medium things for 10 mana.
That's
so you're
really
doing lots of different stuff, even though it's only one card. Generally, the reason I see that 10 mana cards fail is because they do one thing. Deathwing puts one big minion. Doom erases everything on the board once, and that's it. So that's all it does. But this one gives you stuff and removes stuff and draws cards. Like, because it's a multitude of things, I think it's probably one of the best 10 mana cards that I think is in the game.
Yeah, the only thing that I have about it, being slow is fine, but it's the question of what do you take out for this, right? Because like if you were running like a Ysera, you don't want to be running 2 of these in Ysera in your deck, or you can start running into issues with just how late heavy your deck is. So if you want.
This is the ultimate high roll for Bright-Eyed Scout.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think I've ever only run one of these in the deck ever. I don't think.
I don't know if I'd run 2, especially drawing 10 cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Is danger territory of too many cards drawing. Of just
think how hard it would be to get under. You have to be under 4 cards, or you have to be at 5 cards when you cast this.
Yeah, unless you win with using both of them, you lose a control matchup after that.
Yep.
Because.
Yep. Interesting card, strong card.
Yeah. So
you don't need to run Gadget in your deck.
That's true.
You're pretty much good.
You don't have to run any
Gadget.
card draw at all. You have to get to 10 mana and then eventually draw this at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you could take out Nourish potentially.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you need to run like.
Well, it's really hard because you might need more juice like in the middle of the game. But
I guess you could just use Nourish for something else.
All right.
Yeah.
Next card.
No, I've got a picture for this.
Okay.
I give it a starting hand against aggro out of 10.
That's right.
Every time.
Put 2 of these in your deck.
Nourish for ramp. That's a really good call.
Yeah.
You could just ramp it out.
Yeah.
And then just have Ultimate Infestation and like a bunch of other just big dudes.
Turn 7.
Yeah, I could see, because sometimes when you use your Nourish, you feel bad because you're like, oh, I use it for mana, but now I don't have any cards. Ramping up for this is great. So
I think if it was any other class other than Druid, it would be bad.
Yeah.
I think the ramp makes this key.
Rogue with prep could make it work.
Oh yeah, that'd be insane.
Or Farsight.
Our Yogg.
New card. Farsight, new card.
Farsight needs a great new card.
All right, next
The Demon Druid? It's totally true. Oh my god. All right, you got this one.
All right, Druid of the Swarm. I got the uninteresting. It's not... okay, so Druid pretty much got like 2 tokens. It's a 1/2 with Poisonous or 1/5, and their other cards make these creatures. 1/5 with Taunt is super good for 2 mana. Thinking about Tar Creeper, even if Tar Creeper was a 1/5, like Tar Creeper is really good because it's really hard to get rid of it with one thing, especially on turn 3. Having a 1/5 on turn 2 pretty much has your opponent trade at least 2 things into it. So like if they do a turn 1, like it's like Pirate
Mazot's
Warrior.
First Mate patches.
Yeah.
And then they have to trade their stuff in.
Yeah. So if they do Navas First Mate and patches, I guess they could use Heroic Strike to get around it.
Yeah.
Or
like
they
that's
could
burst on a 2 mana minion.
And that's still 1/1.
You don't mind trading 1/1 with a 2 mana card.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Silverback Patriarch. You're going to be missed.
Yeah, and then the 1/2 with Poisonous.
I didn't even think about it. That card's so bad.
Yeah, that's it's got the beast. Oh, you know what? These probably have beast eggs.
Yep.
There needs to be a crab that eats beasts now.
You know, but this is strictly worse than this is strictly. I would much rather have a Silverback Patriarch than this card if I pulled it out of Yashiraj. Because then you only get a 1/2.
Yeah, but also
that makes it so it's a worse card.
You can't find this card with Stonehill Defender though because it doesn't have taunt.
That's right.
I think it's a
Oh my god! What happens when you Fandral this card?
It's a 1/5 Poisonous. taunt.
No.
Yeah.
That's 1/5 poisonous taunt.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's already a 1/2, so it'll be a poisonous taunt. I think there's a
It
Twitter
could be
post about it.
okay, because it could be like a 1/7. That'd be awkward.
If it was gained
2 mana, 1/5 poisonous taunt.
It's kind of
Holy
six,
crap!
Yeah, kind of 6 mana, but Fanduel's insane. Yeah.
Eat your heart out.
Fanduel's
stubborn
entire
gastropod.
expansion is insane, by the way. All the choose ones are nuts with Fanduel, including we'll see.
Yeah.
But
No spoilers.
the Fanduel is going to be insane. I think if Druids play cards from this expansion, I think you have to have Fanduel because this stuff is going to be insane. A 2 mana, 1/5 taunt like is nuts, or 1/5 poisonous taunt like that's crazy.
All right, let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Bam.
Oh, great.
Okay, I'm gonna cover this
Okay,
one.
all right. So I'm actually kind of glad I got this one first. Okay. So the meme is this is awful, right? Because
Yeah.
right now they've already got the snail, which is a 2 mana taunt with or 2 mana 1/2 taunt with poisonous. If you have 2 of those, it's 2 cards and it's cheaper mana, so you're paying an extra mana to have this in 1 card form instead of 2 card forms. But these don't have taunt. However, there was posts about it before they had the reveal stream for Blizzard, and Ben Brode talked about it on Blizzard, where they all said the 4 mana version of this was absolutely insane. And in my mind, if Blizzard knows during their testing that a card is insane, it's even more insane that they think it is, because we've seen them release some super overpowered cards that they thought were balanced.
Sure.
In general. So I think if they had to change it because in their play testing the 4 mana version was too crazy, this has got to be able to be playable at some point. I think it's hilarious. I think value-wise the stats look awful, but it's kind of 5 mana destroy 2 minions.
Sure.
Yeah, it's sick in Arena.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be great in Arena.
So, and they're giving Druids tons of hard removal now. Druids have always had trouble with hard removal. They've had like swipes and wraths and starfires, and they do lots of damage, and they've like summoned big minions and they ramp. But they've never really had big removal minus like the 1 mana card that draws your opponent's 2 cards. I can't think of it. Naturalize.
Yeah.
So other than Naturalize, they've never had real good hard removal. And now they've got a ton of poisonous stuff. I could actually see this being good, but realistically, I'm trying to take Ben Brode's thoughts that the 4 mana version was super OP.
This is also an amazing Yogg card. Like you would never upset to have like that as a Yogg card.
Yeah.
The only thing it really sucks against is probably what Hayden's writing. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my, are you serious?
Yeah, never play this. I'm really impressed. That was.
I was actually.
That was-
I am not.
Oh my
pretty good.
god!
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
the same
Well,
thing.
I put it a Potion of Madness out of 10.
Yeah,
Potion of Madness out
So
of 10.
that's a 1 mana card for a 5 mana card.
Yeah, if you draw this against Priest, you just don't play it.
Yeah, but I'd say
I drew myself again. I need to stop.
you are the canvas. I'd say the only thing about this is really good, proactive, because if you have the board, if you already have the board, then you put these down, and then your opponent's like, well, I don't want to play anything because it loses to half of a 5 mana card. But Druid, currently right now, Druid has 2 board states. It has aggro, where it fills the board, and then you get then your opponent just waits until you put enough stuff, and then you flame strike it or whatever. Or you are Jade Druid, where you don't have the board for the first couple of turns, and then you need to start playing stuff to gain it back. And I don't think Web Weave does either of those things, so I think it needs to be a new archetype, which I think Druid's going to get anyways.
Cool. Let's move on.
Boom.
I'm excited about the hard removal.
Yes.
For Druid.
All right. Ooh, Sam gets the fun card again.
I saw it in the reveal stream where it if you have 3 minions and the opponent has 4 minions, it only summons 1/5 scared with taunt, which makes it bad.
It's
I feel
not.
like
It's not unleash the taunt.
I feel like me personally, I'm gonna misplay like a bunch.
Ben Rhodes
This
Yeah,
like
Kibler did.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm gonna be, if I have this card in my hand, I'm gonna be incentivized to like kill off my own existing minions in exchange for 1/5 scarabs with taunt. And so that's gonna be actually. I feel like this is a more difficult card to use than it seems. Like of course it's like, oh my god, you throw your card 7 1/5s with taunt.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but I mean, there are times where I'll just straight up win you the game. But other times, if you're playing against like a mid-range deck, or if you're playing like, would you rather have a 1/5 or would you rather have like a 3/2? And I feel like that's going to be a tough choice to make.
Yeah, I think this card will be one that a lot of people will test, and then we'll find out very quickly if a lot of 1/5s is good or bad. From the stat that it beats Flame Strike without spell damage is really nice. There's not the amount of removals that pretty much take rid of this card is small. Like just like a one for one, not I'm messing up. But if they have like board, that doesn't count. But it beats Flame Strike on the back. So that's
it
what
does.
I'm saying.
And then you have 1/1s with taunt.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so my reasoning, you kind of hit on it a little bit.
Right.
Mine is skill out of 10.
Oh, okay.
I love the way this card is worded. And I
Yeah.
love that they're doing more stuff like this. We kind of talked before the stream was on about how I think that like 30% of the cards are really cool, and I think like 70% of the cards are rehashes, from my personal opinion. It's just stuff we've already seen. This is something we haven't seen before. If this thing is met, then this happens, or then this happens again in this instance. There's a lot of cards like that in this expansion, and I think it was perfectly shown on the Blizzard reveal stream about how cards like this are simply like just a little bit more complicated, and because of that it makes them a little bit more skill based, and I think that's what's going to allow better players to do better than worse players. That's going to be less RNG and it's more skill based, because you've talked about, you have to decide, do I want to trade my minions off, or do I want like 2 1/5s instead of 4 1/5s?
Right.
Those micro decisions and this kind of wording on a card is exactly why I think this is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this card. I like the wording. I don't know if it's going to be powerful or not, I don't know, but I love how it's designed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was quickly corrected by chat. Dragonfire Potion can kill all these, so
Rip.
though I wouldn't think this would be good against the priest, because priests usually have no more than 2 or 3 minions on the board.
Yeah, that's true. Are we playing music, by the way?
I don't think so.
Can we?
Well, I don't want it to be flagged on YouTube in case they claim.
Okay. Yeah, totally. That's fine.
Yeah,
So-
YouTube's a lot more
Sounds
strict
good.
than
No music.
Yeah.
YouTube's a lot more strict than
Yeah.
Twitch.
Well, there's a card review, but it's muted. But we get to see the cards and some artwork sometimes. All right, Fate Spinner. Ooh, I get the cool one. All right, my favorite thing about this is if you play it with FanDuel, it's not so secret. But skill out of 10. Yeah. So this is, I would say, it's really interesting for this Death Rattle to be secret, because you can tell by the board state which one would be better pretty easily. It doesn't depend on information about what's in your hand as much, or stuff like that. It's strictly the board state. If you play this card and they have a bunch of minions and you don't, it's probably going to be deal 3. If you have a lot of minions and they don't, it's probably going to give all minions +2/+2. But that's not a terrible thing. It's a lot of it's board like, besides swipe, Druid doesn't have any sense of dealing damage to minions, which is,
nobody plays it.
yeah, no one plays Starfire, but this is a better Starfire because it's also Starfall.
Oh, yes,
Starfall.
Starfall,
Sorry,
yes.
and
You're correct.
before this, Druid has just been clinging on to Primordial Drake being a neutral card, and that's turn 8. So, and it does only 2, but it has taunt. Anyways, I think it's cool. I think people will try it out.
I can't wait to sabotage my own board. Because I try and double negative the opponent, and the opponent's just like, I'm just going to kill your minion, and then you wipe out the rest of your board.
That's why, again, same thing. I wrote for the last card. This applies even more for this card. The skill out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, this card has so many mind games on a 1 card thing that I've ever
It's only
seen.
2. It's only 2. It's either,
That's just the surface.
It's either the
we
good.
gotta go deeper.
It's either the good.
What?
It's either like what fits your best. What fits your board the best. It's either like, maybe I picked the other one to fix your opponent, or it's like, maybe I did the exact opposite of that thing, but that just winds up being what's good for your board in the first place.
Yeah.
So there's 2 options, and it's like you can flip a coin and then just deal.
I think it's still a cool card. I like
it
its design. I like the secret choose. I like how it messes with your opponent. Your opponent has to decide what they think that you pick so that they can play around it. And I don't know. I like to play around cards that have the ability to be really in depth. I think
a coin flip balances this card pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I'd say the only other thing is I wish it had Death Rattle inherently, because it won't be resummoned by like N'Zoth or anything like that.
True.
And I just had a funny interaction of treachery or treason with this card. Is that the name of the one? The warlock?
The treachery, yeah.
It will never happen. But just make it and then push it to your opponent and just smile.
That's funny.
Okay. You guys good with
next.
that? All right.
Next.
All right. Okay.
Ooh, so I got the first Death Knight.
Yeah.
So this one's the Druid one, 7 mana. All of them gain 5 armor, right?
That is 100% correct.
Hayden and I had a bet.
We will. You can keep bringing them up. All the things I got wrong throughout the stream.
I will.
Okay, good.
We had a bet going on. I was convinced that Garrosh would get more than 5 armor.
And I said all of them will have 5.
Yeah,
5 straight across.
I thought for sure that Garrosh would get more than 5 armor, but I was wrong apparently.
Yeah.
I don't know why they all get 5 armor, but
just to help make it the longer game, but 5 seems like a really arbitrary number.
Exactly, 5 seems so arbitrary.
Well, it's average. Everyone has 5. It's an average amount of armor for everybody.
Just a standard.
Why?
Well, yeah, but like some of them cost 7 and some of them cost 10.
Yeah.
You know, so it changes. But I think this one's really cool. I think in general, before we get to all of them, the Death Knight design is really cool.
Yeah.
I like that they have battle cries where stuff happens immediately, and then they've got a long-term effect because they change your hero power. Hero power. This one is 2 attack.
Choose
2 armor.
1, 3 attack.
Yeah.
3
Oh,
armor.
choose 1, 3 attack or 3 armor.
Oh, it doesn't show, but that's...
Spoilers. Don't look.
Dang.
Okay.
But I think this one's really cool. Again, they're going to the poisonous theme, so Druid's getting even more hard removal, and then having that built-in extra attack or armor every turn, I think is a big deal. Giving a Druid an ability to gain 3 health per turn is, I think, pretty huge.
Yeah.
I think both of them are huge, but I really like all the Death Knights in general. I don't know which one's going to be the best. It's too hard for me to know. I'm not going to make any guesses, but I like this one. I like that they're doing the poisonous thing. I kind of like that spidery thing that Druids are doing for the Death Knights.
Right.
And the hero power is really cool.
I think the best hero power in this game is Gul'dan's. I think because it's a 6-point swing. I just like
We'll get there.
Because tank up with Justicar Trueheart with Warrior was 4-point swing.
Yeah.
And that was considered like the best Justicar target. This is a 3-point swing. Druid actually had a 4-point swing with Justicar Trueheart because it gave 2 attack and 2 armor.
Yeah.
Having a 3-point swing, which is slightly less, but you can choose either armor or attack, so you can put on the beatdown. 3 attack is basically the Hunter hero power.
Yeah.
I mean, ignoring taunt, but
Yeah, well,
whatever.
the Justicar.
Like, yeah, exactly. Or you can gain 3 armor, which is a better warrior hero power.
If you need to be aggressive, you can be aggressive. If you need to survive some more, you can survive. So I
Right.
think the choose ones, their Druid have always been really powerful
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, that's always been
If it was
good.
gain +3
Plus
armor
Fandral with
and
this.
+3 attack, just stay
Yeah.
like out of the box, I think it'd be the best hero power.
And with Fandral, though, it is going to be that. So with Fandral, even more powerful. Again, Fandral, I think, is going to be insane. I think
Yeah.
every Druid deck's going to run Fandral, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's Fandrel's just great always. Being able to summon 4 minions with this with Fandrel's awesome. And yeah, 7 mana. I think it's hard to say because it doesn't really affect the board. Some of the I guess only Rexar was the first one to really start affecting the board as soon as it was played. But
Yeah.
being able to taunt up and gain essentially 10 more health or put some pressure with some spiders is good. So.
Veprix is a good point. If the Death Knights are 9 mana, you can't use your hero power that turn. 9 or 10 mana, you
Yeah.
can't use your hero power that turn, which is 1 less time you can use your hero power, like in the whole game.
Yeah.
Which I think it's interesting, and like you can't do anything else like that.
So this one could potentially give you 8 armor that turn, or give you 5 armor so that you have enough health to smack
Yeah.
into something else immediately.
Yeah, I think that the 7
And
is
you get to
super
play it 2
important.
turns earlier.
I think it's like extremely important. If it was 9 mana,
Yep.
that would be very hard to.
It's hard to
swing.
like compare the Death Knights directly as we get to the other ones because they're
Super.
different manas. Like
Yeah, that's true.
the difference in like 3 mana or so.
It's also different class identities and all that jazz.
Yeah. It's hard to compare them directly, but I think the mana cost can make a big difference, especially with ramp. Right? You could play this on like turn 4 theoretically, or turn 5 if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
This could get played super early with some ramp. Throw an Innervate in there. Oh boy.
It's cool armor too, or it's cool art too.
Yeah,
Yeah, as always,
definitely. I haven't seen any of the goldens for any of these. And so
Me either. I'm
looking
excited to
forward
open
this.
them. I'm excited to open all the Golden Death Knights.
Yeah, exactly.
On Thursday.
Yeah, your hopes are sky high. All right. Anything else?
Cool. Next one.
Next one. All right. Hadronox. All right. It's me, or did I do?
I think it's Sam's.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
I
that's
said-
right.
I
That's
said Druid.
you're right. Okay.
9 mana 3/7. Doesn't do anything when it hits the board. Death Rattle's really good. That's all I got. I mean,
It's a weird Nazoth.
it is a weird Nazoth,
It's a
and
silenceable.
it's a slower Nazoth, which is crazy. And it but I mean, you could get some good taunt minions. You could toss in Sogoth, another 9 mana taunt minion, and then toss down your 3/7 beast.
This doesn't summon minions that you gave taunt to correctly.
That is correct.
That's right.
They have to.
Would it
inherently
summon
have
the 1/5s that inherently have taunt that
Yes.
like off the Druid DK?
Druid of this. Yes.
the Druid
Yes.
Death Knight?
Those are minions, and the Druid of the Swarm will transform
into a minion that is
Right.
then taunt and dies.
I'm just gonna.
But if you give taunt to a minion with like Mark of the Wild and then it dies, it does not come back, correct?
No.
Correct.
Okay. Because you can do some crazy stuff with that.
I just can't wait to be wrong about this card. I can't wait to.
I
be
wish
like,
it had taunt, but that'd be really.
that'd be pretty crazy.
Then it would resummon itself, maybe.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like. I'm sure that there's like going to be some like cutesy way to proc it that is going to be like insane, like naturalize.
Do it all at once.
Yeah.
yeah.
Once
I do
again,
not
Bright Eyes
naturalize. Yeah.
Scout off this, and you can.
Yeah, Bright-Eyed Scout. Bright-Eyed Scout got a huge buff this expansion.
Or there's the 4-mana 3/4 that battle cries of Death Rattle become battle cries as well. Whatever that card is.
What?
Oh, I can't
Oh,
remember
Spirit
that.
Singer's.
That's seen no play.
When
and
you
I'm-
play it.
Yeah.
So if you had this on the board and then you played this, you would play a 3/7 and all your taunts would come back at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
And then Umbra would be protected by all the bloody taunts.
Yeah.
Spirit Collar Umbra. Thank you, Mohad.
Oh.
Yeah.
LD.
That is
Yes,
pretty. That
thank
is a
you.
pretty crazy combo because Umbra did not get played. I thought Umbra was going to see play in my first card review.
Yeah, I was like,
I
oh,
opened a golden one. I can't wait to.
I think
that sucker down.
if it's ever going to see play, I think this is the card that's going to help do that.
yeah, because
really cool.
when Brand came out, we were all like, or went away like, oh, it's gonna be the new Brand, and then like
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Next card.
All right, well, I gave it a quick a spider that summons scarabs out of 10.
Spider that summons scarabs.
Yeah,
right.
that you think it summons spiders?
It's going to summon the 1/5s.
Yeah, but not the spiders because they don't have taunt.
Next.
Or the 1/5
All right,
scarab and the
we're-
scarab.
That's it. We're done with Druid.
Yeah,
1 of 9.
one
oh
of
my God.
nine.
Is that really
Go.
it?
That's it.
That was.
Druid.
Well, we're
too
not,
bad.
we have 8 other classes in the
Oh,
new.
yeah.
All right, and it is 7:42.
Making good time.
All right.
45 minutes in.
Bloat Bat. This is my card.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's neat. I think it could use play. Hunter needs AOE. Doesn't have it besides Explosive Trap, which sucks. Because then they just don't attack. And then you're like, well, what am I supposed to do with this second Explosive Trap still in my hand? So, I think it's good. And they showed on stream that they really want hunters to use Death Rattles before they actually die. Because they do that.
Yep.
There's
They
that.
have another one.
Yeah, you'll see it later, but like, I don't know, 5 mana, 2 cards to deal 2 damage to any minions is
How
mad.
does this work with zombies? Is this a good zombies to pick?
Ooh, that's something I haven't thought
Wait,
of.
what's zombies?
Zombeast is Build-A-Beast, the hunter hero.
Oh.
Are there any beasts that are like cost 5 mana or less that are like really dope with when it dies it deals 2 damage to all enemies?
Something with taunt. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Because this one has text, and then so it'd be paired with something that doesn't.
Stegadon. Ooh.
Yeah.
This just seems like too slow to me. It's a 4-mana Death Rattle card, which like if you compare this to like Volcanic Potion, because Volcanic Potion still does 2 damage to all, but it's a 3-mana spell that happens when you want it to. This one you either have to have another card to proc your Death Rattle, or you let your opponent proc it when they want to.
Also, real quick, thank you, 1991 Adis, for hosting us. We really appreciate
What's up,
it.
Addis?
Do you know that
Addis?
person?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Casey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
But yeah. Anything else for Mr. Bloat Bat?
Not for me. I think it's too slow to see play.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that I think you said it. Hunter's cool that's getting the AOE, but
That art
4
better
mana,
be
4 mana
flapping.
Death Rattle.
Yeah, he better be flapping it.
The golden animation, he better be like flapping his wings.
Oh,
Otherwise, they're gonna be like, or at least he like.
Blizzard,
I
put the
I
gold
just hope he's
versions on your
dripping.
website.
Hope he's dripping from his mouth.
All right. Oh, and then they put that one. That's so weird.
Deathstalker Rexar.
All right.
Oh, did I get the other Death Knight?
Yeah.
How'd I get that? They put it here
Is
because
this
they
the
knew I was
cheapest
gonna be
Death
waiting.
Knight?
No,
God.
Thrall is 5.
Oh,
Oh
really?
my god,
Wow.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
god.
you can do the you can Thrall and also do Doppelgangster in the same turn.
Holy crap.
All right, so this is a 6-mana one. Battle Cry, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions, huh? See, this one seems better. Like, I would rather wait 2 more turns and have a Battle Cry that wipes everything out than play that bat for 4 and let your opponent do it.
Sure.
And then you get the hero power, and the hero power is going to be cool. Have they really shown like how it's actually going to work?
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could potentially get. Yeah, it's like you combine a
2 5
beast-
or less.
2 5 or less. One has text, one does not, or one has like basic.
And you're like assembling the beasts together. Yeah.
And it combines the mana, attack, and health.
Yeah. So Death Rattle is a text. So, but like something with like Divine Shield or Taunt, those are simple, are the same as no text. So
That's right.
You could do something like that.
Oh, it can't be bold text. It has to have non-bolded text.
Well, Taunt and Divine Shield are bold, but they are not additional things because they just don't want things to have double Death Rattle. I think was the main thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I see what you're saying now.
I think this card has been. This card has been covered a lot. I mean, it's like it's just a good control card.
Yeah.
If Control Hunter's going
A
to
lot
happen.
of value, a lot of control.
Control Hunter's going to happen.
It's gonna happen, I swear. All right. Oh, have fun.
So this is a Boulder Fist Ogre, but for 1 mana more, you get to summon your Scavenging Hyena, or you could discover your Savannah Highmane. You know,
Or your kindly grandmother.
or your kindly grandmother, or your alley cat.
Or your alley cat, yeah.
Oh, no,
That's what I
alley-
was thinking.
I mean, so, like at the worst, you're summoning a 1/1 Death Rattle. Right, you're summoning a 1/1 off your Death Rattle, like, which I guess isn't bad. It's just sticky. It's a sticky Boulder Fist Ogre, but at best, it summons another legendary.
Yeah.
Like it summons, some crazy crap, or your Penguin. Yeah, but it's a 1/1. It's not going to be like some absolutely useless minion.
Yeah.
But 1 mana for a 1/1, I guess, isn't bad. You're low rolling then, but I don't know. It's cute. I had
Yeah.
never thought about Abomination
Bowman.
using a bow.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
Bow.
like the Stitch's arm, like in the back.
The
like,
pun game is too strong.
Abominable Bowman.
Yeah, snowman.
Abominable Bowman.
Snowman.
Yeah, snowman is the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
I wish it was. I would rather it be like a 3 mana 1/1 that did the same thing, just because it's so.
Yeah, I agree.
I'd rather get another beast earlier in the game than have such a big roll halfway through.
I would rather,
Is
I would rather
this-
pay a lot more mana for a worse statted minion that does the same.
Is this
kind of
better
thing.
than Swamp King Dread? Because that's 7 mana. This is better.
What does Swamp King Dread?
It's a 7 mana
that's right.
9/9 attack everything. That when you play it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even see play, and that's got to be better than this. I feel like. The only thing I have about this is that they've added some Death Rattle synergy. So if you do like the Feign Death or the new Feign Death, whatever the
Play
name is,
dead.
Play
Oh,
Dead.
Yeah.
I
Then it
bet
could
you
get-
that's gonna be a next
Then
one.
it could get a little insane because you could play like 9 mana and summon 3 things with another one that comes when this one dies.
All right. Only other thing is this can bring back a Zombeast with Death Rattle, which could be also, or no, yeah, a Zombeast with its Death Rattle, which could be pretty crazy. But like, I could imagine a hunter that plays early cards that aren't beasts, and then its later game cards are beasts. But that would be.
That would be a really cool deck design. But
Hunter is so.
I'm with you, Nefarious 098. I think this is.
You'd
a
be
super
designing a
card.
whole deck around this card, and I
dig
don't
it.
think this card deserves a deck. Like, because I like your idea where you play like lower mana cards that aren't beasts,
Yeah.
and then your high mana stuff with this are beasts. That's really cool, but I don't think it's worth designing a deck around.
No.
Super cool idea though.
Yeah. Okay. And
Next.
All right. Stitch Tracker.
Stitch it.
I think it's good. Drawing cards is good. Drawing cards with knowledge is good. Hunters really only play. The only card draw before this is like Tracking, which does nothing. Flare, which kind of is good against Mage, but nothing really else. And that's it because Buzzard got nerfed into the ground. So discovering a copy of your minion is cool. I always love discovering with a kind of limit to it like this, because then you can just make a deck that high rolls. We've already seen like the famous like Yogg Hunter where it ran nothing but those elephants and Yogg and the spells. So this could be the elephant, and you can just make the
And
same.
not worrying about a joust.
Yeah, not worry about a joust. Yeah, you can just add a copy of Yogg into your hand, and then you can have Yogg Hunter again, which is so fun.
I think the 2 words, both discover and copy, are
Mm-hmm.
the absolute most important cards on this. Because discover is already, I think, really powerful.
Yeah.
But discovering a copy of one of those cards is really nuts. Because then you still got the other one laying around. Like you're not fatiguing yourself. You can pick what you need at the time without worrying about not having that option later. And I think this is really cool. I think this is a really powerful card. I would be really surprised if it doesn't see play in Hunter decks, to be honest. I think it's really awesome. Discover in general I think is really powerful as a mechanic. I think it's shown its power, and I think doing anything that copies minions from your deck is really powerful. Whenever you like I don't know, there's other ones. I think all the copy stuff. I'm trying to think of
All
like,
those other
the only
copy
ones that
cards.
comes to my mind is like Mimic Pod, but you're drawing that off the top and copying
Right.
it. But the ones where you like pull copies of something from either your opponent's deck or your deck, I think are really nuts.
All right, you got
Okay,
for us.
this is my only concern with the card. So if you look at the card art, when I first saw it, it looks like a guy with a helmet with red eyes carrying a bear over his shoulder.
Is it not?
Like this. It's an orc wearing a bear.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like this.
Oh, I see the orc mouth now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
100%
so-
thought, 100% thought those two eyes were a face.
You thought it was some
I didn't see
dude
that.
was carrying a bear
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
That's
over
funny.
his shoulder.
So let me make. So you thought? I guess.
I thought that was a face.
You thought this was the face.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
what
I
see.
thought
I thought it was like
that
a
the face
demon.
as well.
I've always seen the.
Okay, but do you see it though?
Yeah, oh, I totally see it.
Do
Yeah.
you see it? I'll
Yeah.
show you guys one more
Yep,
time.
I see it.
That's funny.
Especially with
So-
that red, looks like an open jaw. So-
Right, it totally does.
I feel stupid now that I see the real card because I can see his mouth hanging open. But I 100% thought it was like a weird, creepy demon mask, like just carrying something.
I don't know. It's a tracker. Maybe it's like some dude with a bear that's actually doing the tracking.
Yeah, I don't know. That's funny though.
I don't know.
What was it? Oh, I named this as Hunter is so bad it needs crazy value cards out of 8 classes in Hearthstone.
Nice.
Because I can't imagine this deck in a neutral card, right? If this is a neutral card,
Yeah,
it'd be broken.
nuts.
If 6 out of most other classes, if this card was just in their class, that class would just be soaring through.
What's
Thanks.
the priest card? Shadow Visions.
Shadow. Okay, yeah.
It's a 2-mana spell that doesn't give you a 2/2 body. That gives you more
a
copies
minute.
of spells.
Do I have a subscriber? I think I do.
You do. Yes,
do.
That's what that is right there.
Oh, thank you, other Hayden. His name's Hayden.
Oh,
Hordeshire. Thank you.
You do.
Thank you so much for being my probably first subscriber.
Hey,
'Cause-
thanks for subscribing to Hayden.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Hayden.
You know what you're. Oh,
Is that
and
somebody else?
another
And
one.
Another one.
Thank you. They both work with me, so
Oh,
thank you so much, Ryan.
they got a little
Oh, it's Twitch Prime.
Yeah.
Switch Prime.
No, it still matters. Thank you so much, Ryan. That means a lot. You are quickly one of my most avid viewers.
Don't forget to resub on Twitch Prime.
Yes.
It doesn't automatically do it.
Because
Yeah.
I'm scraping for those dollars too.
Yeah, he owes me tons of money.
Yeah. You guys work with me. You know how poor I am there. So.
He owes me a lot. Hayden owes me a ton.
Oh,
of money.
yeah.
I just owe you guys pizza.
Yeah. So yeah, Wes
All
is
right.
off the hook.
Thank you very much. All right.
I'm switching the next card.
Yeah,
All right.
let's please. Oh, Sam.
What'd you do?
I screwed up.
You screwed up.
There
All
we go.
right.
Bear
Bear
shark.
shark.
I don't
All
know
right.
who. I think this is Sam again.
I don't know.
What can you say?
I'm done.
3 mana 4/3. Dope card. I would play it on turn 3.
Beast.
I don't know. Sure.
My only thing is I wish it was a 3/4 instead of a 4/3. That's the only
That
thing.
would be crazy.
That would be so good.
That'd be the craziest
That,
thing.
just because it'd be so hard to. You could
It'd
not.
be a what?
If it was
It's
a
a
3/4.
3/4 instead of a 4/3.
Oh, I like the 4/3. It's not full. It has the head of a shark, dude. It's not defensively static.
All right.
It's a shark
it's
bear.
gonna go for your dome.
Yeah. Also, I do have emotes. They are just processing.
What do? Do I just click the card?
You click all the way on the side.
It's just on the side, right?
Oh, I
there.
see
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, it's very. All right. Corpse Widow.
Corpse Widow.
All right. I'm gonna say it's mine.
Fuzzy spider.
Cost reduction cards are great. Cost reduction cards in a deck that usually by turn 5 you have no hand. Bad, because so turn 5 this lives, and then you have.
You can play your Abominable Bowman for 5 mana on turn 6.
Oh, that's right. It's not just Death Rattle Beasts. Okay, I'll concede that, and then you can kill off Corpse Widow, and then you can summon it
You
again.
can play Tyrion on turn 6.
Once again, this card would see no play in any if this was neutral, it'd be busted. But since
Does this cost? Is this eligible for zombies?
yes,
It's a beast.
yeah.
I feel like those
That
kind
is
of combos
awesome.
are going to
Yeah.
allow these kind of cards to be cool.
So
Oh
if
my God.
there's a hunter that doesn't just spam face, and that which Blizzard seems to be really pushing for, then this will be good. If this is hunter that you play a card every turn and then you run out of cards and you play this card, it's like, oh, it's a 4/6. It's not that great, because turn 6 you can play high main, but that was pretty much going to be your whole turn anyway.
Well, now you can high main and hero power.
You're right. All right.
Huh? It's extra 2 damage. Counts. All right,
Oh,
next.
11 out
I
of 10.
think this card might be the card that pushes Death Rattle Hunter, if Death Rattle Hunter exists. I think that card is pretty crazy.
If Tim Burton was to design card art,
Yeah, the
Next.
10 burn out of 10. Yeah.
We've seen this card before. It just used to cost 2 mana.
Oh shoot! This gets discarded by that one guy who destroys 1 mana spells.
Oh
Hard
my
countered.
God.
All right.
Grim Lurker.
I'll bring it back up.
Rip.
I hate this card, by the way.
Okay, I will say this: hopefully this card crashes and burns.
Wait, we dropped some frames. We dropped 6 seconds of
no.
Yeah.
Whatever. Is it still?
No, we're not dropping anymore. We're good.
No. Are we still up?
People
What's our
panicking.
uptime?
Here, I'll watch.
All right.
Does it say your drop frames anywhere? Drop 600.
Yeah,
it's
but
good.
it says we weren't.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Stabilized.
Could someone say that.
Help us, chat!
Jeez.
Help us.
Headphone
save us.
users, please.
I hate my neighbors.
All right. My one thing. Hopefully this card crashes and burns. And
Saved. Then we're good.
Okay, we're good. All right.
All right, chill out,
Just
Venom Knights.
checking it.
Yeah.
You can trust
He also-
Veprix.
he also works with
Veprix
me.
is somebody from my stream. You can trust her.
Okay. Anyways. Either this card's gonna crash and burn like my stream
That
just
stressed
did.
you out. That really stressed you out.
I'm very sensitive to hearing, and I've got.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
This is why I wear headphones, and then there's no music. No.
You should not be in between me and Sam.
Yeah, exactly. Card crash and burns. Blizzard's like, fine, no more Death Rattle Hunter. We're through. If we can't give a 1-mana card to help, then we're good. Or it's really good and the deck pulls off, and then the Golden Princess Hanamura I opened will be of some use.
God, dude, I feel like they just tried so much and it just
They
never
really
worked
did.
out. Like they kept trying and kept trying.
It worked really well, and then they nerfed Undertaker.
This is what. This is the kind of card that I mean that I really don't like because I feel like they've rehashed this idea consistently over and over. And like, what was Feign Death? Was Feign Death 2 mana for all your minions? For 2 mana? That never saw play past day 2 of the expansion launch.
Mm-hmm.
Like ever. Everyone's like, oh, Feign Death Hunter's gonna be great. No, dude, it never saw play.
Okay, if you can play this on Abominable Bowman, you can get a 1/1 penguin for 1 mana.
That's pretty good. And
That's
you play the spell.
that's
So if
insane.
you already had a Gadgetzin on the board, you get a card draw to that too because it's a
That's
spell.
right.
You know, you play this with
That crazy
what's the
14 mana combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Draw a card and summon a 1/1.
I hope this isn't good. God, I hope this isn't good.
The only other thing, I was gonna save it for the card, but I'm gonna just say it now so I don't forget. If my opponent plays this on Arthas, I will just concede.
Yeah,
It's play dead with a
that's
dog,
Exodia.
right? Yeah, you can't. It's Arthas. He plays dead.
That's a really good
That
point.
That is
true.
the flavor of the card.
Gentlemen's agreement.
Yeah,
from
the
here on
the
out,
first
if somebody
time-
plays
the
this-
first time I see
first
it.
time it happens, just concede.
I'll just
well
concede.
played.
Oh, he's dead. What?
Well played.
I'm done.
Well played.
Game must be
Poor
broken.
Arthas.
Yeah, poor Arthas.
Why don't you go help
In
out?
other news, that's actually a
Why don't
pretty
you
good
go
combo.
help Jack Skellington save Christmas?
Yeah, exactly.
Freaking crazy.
What's the hunter card that gives you random spells whenever you play spells?
Stampede?
No, that's
That's
Lock and Loaded,
Lock
right?
and
Lock and
Load,
load.
yeah.
Is that still in or is it
No,
finally out
that's
of
gone,
standard?
that's
All right, I
gone.
don't care then.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I thought this was cool.
All right. Ven State Trap.
Another trap.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this one's pretty self-explanatory. I don't know. I don't really like it. I mean,
Uh,
it summons a 2/3 poisonous cobra. I wish it would rather summon I'd rather it summon like 2 1/1 poisonous snakes.
Our snails.
Oh my god, 2 1/1 poisonous snakes?
Yeah.
That's insane. That would be nuts.
Yeah, if they were scared about Unravel or Webweave or whatever for 4 mana, having it for 2 mana, that'd be
Yeah, that's
awful.
true.
I think this is a good card. I think
Really?
I think it's good. Like it removes a minion unless like it requires Ariel, hey! she liked that comment. Hi Ariel.
Hi, Ariel. How are you?
The 2/3 poisonous cobra. It's like it's not that great when you play it for 3, like an Emperor Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
But when he plays a secret, it adds the oh my god, what does this play? Like what is this? What is a secret?
Yeah.
And then it's like okay, well they're gonna attack with their smallest minion first to check for freezing trap, and then they proc this, and then they only have bigger minions to hit with.
To trade into the
And I
poisonous.
think a 2/3, especially on earlier turns, has to trade with at least 2 cards.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And another quick thing is, Bear Trap was really similar to this.
Bear Trap was
no,
good.
wait,
That's
sorry.
not
This
play.
is when one of your minions is attacked, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not face.
Not face.
But it's the same thing of summoning a pretty good minion for turn 2 off the trap. So
This is the same proc as Snake Trap.
Yeah.
It's literally a different Snake Trap.
yeah,
But
It's
summons
really good
one.
against like control.
Yeah. And maybe this will be good for Control Hunter because we don't want to see Aggro Hunter anymore. So maybe this will be a good Control Hunter card. I think you nailed it. My only opinion on this is that I think it makes all other traps better.
Yeah.
I think
Future side. Getting us off of future side is dope.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is hopefully the next year.
Oh, future side. Speaking
And
of
this
the
might
devil.
help that last card be better.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna open this before we talk. So okay.
Hate it.
Yeah, I know.
Those offensive noises.
I didn't
okay,
want someone to
don't
be
worry.
explaining a card and then just like hear this crack open like, hey, no.
Crack open a cold one.
With the boys.
Yeah.
4 mana, 5/4. Good stat line. Good text. Play secret, get a secret. It's really nice. Unless you're trying to dump your hand of secrets.
Yeah.
And then you
Oh,
play
that could be
secret,
awkward.
and it gives you a duplicate freezing trap, or it gives you a duplicate trap,
That
so you
could be
can't
awkward
play
sometimes.
it.
I'm glad that they made this a reasonable stat line with a cool ability instead of like making it like a 4 mana 2/3 with this ability.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's pretty cool. Whenever you buff other secrets, it helps all other secrets because of that random factor or like the unknown factor. Same thing with Mage. Whenever they add new secrets for Mage, all the other secrets in general get better because there's more options that you have to play around now. And this does that. So I think this is cool with the last card, but
Yeah.
I like the design of this card a lot.
There's always been that kind of place for like a mid-range secret hunter with like the 3/4 that makes secrets free and support like that. So
Scarlet Huntress,
something
Huntress.
like Cloaked Huntress.
Cloaked
Cloak
Huntress.
Huntress, good call.
Well played.
I think that's
Right.
pretty cool.
Next.
I think Secret Hunter might be cool after this. This is a neat card. I like it.
It is. It is
Yeah.
neat.
I wish it was just spells. That's the only thing, but that'd be broken.
Interesting card.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like what was that Serpent Shot that does 3/2 minion and 3.
Cobra Shot?
Cobra Shot. It looks like the exact art, but they're just like toxic.
It's also green.
Yeah. But I think this is weirdly viable for a hunter card because usually hunter cards do like one thing good. Sometimes like half their cards do bad.
Like, I'm just trying to think about what deck you play this in. If you're playing it in like a mid-range hunter, typically your tools are going to be good enough so that you don't have to like shoot your own guy and trade it off.
Yeah, which is what this is designed to do.
If you're playing control hunter, then you're probably not even going to have a board presence, or if you do, you're not going to want to deal damage to your minions and then trade it off because your control minions are probably going to be big enough and be able to handle themselves. And if you're playing this in aggro, your minions don't have 3 health to even
Right.
proc this. And then it's like, 2 mana, deal 2 damage to a minion. It's like, oh yeah, that Spike Ridge Seeds now have 2/4 with taunt. You know,
I just don't understand how you fit this in a deck. Like, what do you take out for this? Like, you take out like Kill Command or something for this
Yeah.
kind of card? Like, no. Like,
the only thing is this helps with the only thing is this helps for Innervate Fletching, right? Because if you got Innervated Fletchling as a hunter, like you're done. Like there's nothing you can do. This gives you a bit of a chance against it because you can have like turn 1 Alley Cat and then Toxic Arrow and kill it, but they just don't have any. They don't have Quick Shot anymore, so they need something.
Right.
I don't know if this is it.
I would have preferred a Quick Shot.
or
again.
like a secret, like a freezing trap.
I don't know. I'm really just. I think the design is cool. I would like to say I think the design is cool.
Like, what's the best stat line?
I think
to
this would
use
have to be
card?
like a 1 mana card to be good.
What's
Like,
the best stat line you could put on this card?
what do you mean?
Like, what's the best stat line of a minion you would want to shoot?
Like a 1/3?
So it becomes a 1/1 with poisonous.
Yeah, and
Or
then
you
you
could-
immediately trade it away.
Or there might
Right.
be some cool Build-A-Beast.
Right. I'm thinking
options.
like a 2/5, but then it's like it becomes a Cobra. Basically, it becomes a 2/3 Cobra.
Yeah, for whatever you paid for the price of the 2/5 plus 2 mana and 2 cards.
Yeah.
For all that. The only reason that is even the potential to be kind of cool is that it has the option, like you could shoot one of your opponent's minions to do damage, or you could take out a hard removal if you shot your own minions to do it. Like it's either a low damage ping, you know, or it's a hard removal if you hurt your own minion. Because generally, if you're trading minions away, both the minions are going to die anyway. It seems like.
Yeah.
So if you trade a small minion into a big minion, it becomes cool. But in that regard, you're spending a card slot in your deck to shoot yourself in the face so that you can then kill one minion.
You could also use it to kill your important death rattles.
I guess so. I
You
don't
could
know.
shoot another minion.
I'm
have
trying
it
to be
sur-
nice
and
to
then
this card, I just
you
don't
have
see
it
how-
survive, and then trade your Hadronox in, so that it dies.
Yeah.
Instead of having 7 health, it has like 1 health, and then you summon all your taunt minions. That could be.
I think it's a cool card. I still think it's a good card. I think it's cool. I like the design. I think it's neat.
I'm giving it a quick shot out of my deck.
Quick shot out of my deck.
Oh, that's fun.
All right, and
moving
then
on to Mage.
Yeah, that's all the honor cards.
How long did that one take us? Because we started at 45.
We
Took
have
us 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh, so
we are an
20
hour
minutes for
through.
class.
All right. I don't like talking about this card because it makes my head hurt about all the possibilities. It seems like you can do some really fancy stuff, but it's like a Prince card, right? Because you have to jump through hoops to get it to work the way you want it to.
Does it work with Giants? It does work with Giants.
It works with Giants, yeah.
I feel like that's like the most no-brainer, powerful use case.
Arcane Giants?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just copy an Arcane Giant, and then it costs one less.
Yeah, but I'd still would run Molten Reflection over that though, because
Would you?
because it's just as easy to just play a Arcane Giant and then copy it.
Well, what if you wanted to spend more mana that turn?
You're right.
I think the one
Thanks.
big difference between
You're right. That saves at least 2.
Yeah, it's a ping,
Mm-hmm.
and that ping could have lifesteal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my thing with this
Or no, that ping could just create a watermelon elemental.
Yeah.
Oh no, thank you.
My thing with this card is that it's minions only, and mages already have a bunch of good spells, and so you could just have like a kind of a freeze mage
Oh my
secret
God.
deck with like giants, but
It
it's
feels-
only minions. So like, copy your Antonidas, and then you've got a backup Antonidas.
If it was copy the lowest cost card in your hand,
Oh,
Yeah, I think. I mean, it would be more versatile, but
it would
Iceland's
be
die for this.
disgusting.
I think it just being minions is interesting because Mage already has so many spells. You just play like a handful of minions in your deck anyway. You wait till you play the Sorcerer's Apprentice out of your hand or whatever.
Yeah.
Or even copy a Sorcerer's Apprentice and then Quest Mage becomes better because then you've got extra Sorcerer's Apprentice or what have you. So I think it being a minion is pretty cool because you could have a bunch of spells in your hand, one good minion, copy that one good minion, and then you've got extra plays lined
Sick Yogg card.
out. Sick yacht card.
Cool.
Right.
Hayden's gonna
Very,
doodle.
very cool. Another one. Again, this is part of my like 30% where I think that's a really cool design card.
I agree.
All right, I'm calling it a juggling balls on a tightrope out of 10.
Oh, because you gotta.
I'm calling it future cool golden art out of 10.
Yeah,
but that's
and it generates golden cards if it is. So
Oh, true. The value.
Cold Wraith. If an enemy is frozen, draw a card.
all right, I'm gonna start because I'm gonna say it's my turn.
Yeah, sure.
3 mana, 3/4, good stats.
Yep.
Playable.
Playable, just based on stats. Like it's that's fine. If an enemy is frozen, so that's the thing that's a little bit tricky because it's going to be hard to get value off this card. Because without like a watermelon mentor or board or something, you're going to have to use another card to have this effect activate, and
Mage definitely.
it might. Would you say mage definitely?
Mage definitely.
Yeah, and so if you have water elementals up, that's fine. But like if you want to try to tempo this card out with card draw, it's going to be so hard to do that because there's no active card on the board that will let you freeze things. The best thing you do on turn 4, you can do Glacial Shard into this, and then you just draw a card and have it 3. But you'll never play this card in 3/4 unless you really need the stats. So,
But you might.
you might, and that's fine.
Sick arena card.
Yeah.
I was about to say, this is disgusting in Arena. It's another crazy powerful with an upside common mage card.
Mm-hmm.
This card will be picked every single time you see it in Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Out of 10.
Ooh.
Next.
We can't use that for the rest of the stream now.
Mine's 100% Arena out of 10 on that one. That is the biggest Arena card I've seen, I think. That's a disgusting Arena card.
Frozen clone. Go for it.
Oh, I didn't even notice the pun when I read this card the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It's another Mage secret, which I already kind of talked about myself. Anytime a secret's added to the card pool, it buffs every other secret in my mind immediately, just because you have to play around it. But this one's after your opponent plays a minion, add 2 copies of it to your hand. It's basically Mirror Entity plus Duplicate all at the same time. I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's too slow. You're paying 3 mana to get minions that your opponent's playing, and if your opponent was playing them, they're probably designed for their deck generally versus your deck, and we've seen more like synergy type cards per class, like they're like pushing archetypes more one way or another, and I feel like you usually don't want to take I don't value your opponent's minions to be as good as your own minions that you could have already put in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you get 2 copies of it for 3 mana, I just don't feel like you're going to have time to play them in a useful manner unless you're playing like grinder mage. You're just trying to like run the game out. It's the only time I can see this being used is if you're just trying to out control whoever you're playing against.
Yep.
But the pun's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a weird duplicate mirror image, half and half. I don't know. It's secrets for Mage are already set. You already have counterspell, ice block, and those are usually the two, and then you kind of fit in like a mirror entity. And I don't think mirror entity.
Yeah, but see, mirror entity you play for tempo. Like,
Yeah.
Your opponent plays a minion. Oh, I've got a copy of it on the board already, and it's basically got charge when it comes to your turn.
Yeah, but now instead of having a firefly on the board, now you have two fireflies in hand. So I wish you couldn't play around this card the same way as you can play around mirror entity. If it was something different, like if one of your opponent's minion dies, you add two copies of that to your hand. That'd be interesting, but also like you couldn't play around the same way as you could mirror entity. I
think resource generation cards are nuts.
Sure.
And I think we need to learn this lesson every single time an expansion comes out, because we always undervalue cards that generate resource. I feel like this is amazing, just because it generates resource. I don't want to underestimate resource generating cards again. Also, if you're playing against Frozen Clone decks, running Hemet is now awesome. You give them 2 Hemet Nessing Murrays, and then they chuck all their cards in their deck.
And now they only have fireballs and flame portals or fireland portals.
Oh, because it destroys everything that's 3 or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
and the other Frozen Throne.
Buy secrets.
Copy.
Buy Frost Bolts. Buy Primordial Glyph. Buy Arcanologist.
I think what you said is true.
Buy Mana
a little scary about the generating value.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Hemet is good as Mage. I've made like a half a dozen Hemet Mage decks. They're great.
Doomed Apprentice. Your opponent's spells cost 1 more. It's 3/2 stat line. You're like, I buy it. And then you look at the mana cost, and you're like, ooh. I love the 3 mana 3/2 stat line. Not because it's good, because it just feels right.
Why couldn't they make this 2 mana? Why is this more powerful than Sorcerer's Apprentice?
Because it probably makes your opponent really mad.
I mean, is the mentality behind it they don't want to affect your opponent's hand more than your own hand? Like, to me, this seems... And it's only spells. It's not even like your opponent's cards. It's just your opponent's spells. Like, to me, I see no reason why this couldn't have been a 2 mana card if Sorcerer Apprentice exists in the game, in my mind. That's why I don't think...
What if it's like a 3 mana 4/4 your spells cost 1 more?
Yeah, it could be better than Arcane Bolt.
So my thoughts for this immediately are, one, the stats look bad, but we haven't... What's this card kind of remind me of besides Sorcerer's Apprentice? And it's Mana Wraith, because Mana Wraith is a kind of a lower stat per average, and the minions cost 1 more. And that doesn't really see play because that's not as effective. But spells are different than minions, and I think if you have board already, and then you play this on turn 3, and your opponent was just going to be like, oh, I was going to Volcanic Potion or something to get around this, and then your Volcanic Potion now you can't do until next turn. They'll be stumped, and they just I guess I'll ping this turn. And something that Mage does really well right now is you turn 1 Mana Worm into turn 2 Arcanologist. You got 2 sticky minions on the board. Put down a 3rd one, and then that stops them from doing stuff. That could be really powerful. Yeah. That could if you're playing against Jade Druid and then you do this and then they can't ramp again, or they have to miss another turn, 1 more than they would have to. It pretty much takes away their ramp, right?
You won't be able to what's the 3 mana Jade card? You won't be able to do the Jade.
Yeah, you won't be able to Jade Spirits or swipe.
Innervate becomes a coin.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
Innervate's powerful. Holy lord!
It has power
it's still a coin.
In that sense, but it's weird. It's a weird stat line. So
yeah,
that's it. Oop.
Cool design again.
Okay. I like this card, but I just finished talking, so someone talks so I can
I'll do this
drink
one.
a
2 mana 1/3. I like the stat line because this card is not designed to be tempo oriented. It's designed to be like a utility card, and I think giving it 3 health is way better than it being like a 2/2 or like a 1/2 or something. Obviously, I think the 3 health is more important than the attack for this card because it's utility based. So I like the stat line on it for what it is. This one helps with what you were talking about with the other card that changes or draws a card when it's frozen. Even though it'd be awkward, like you could coin this out on turn 1, and then on turn 2 freeze a minion, and on turn 3 play that 3/4. Oh wait, no, you'd have to do it on the same turn, wouldn't you? You could freeze your own minion. You could freeze this minion, and then you could draw a card. But I like it because it just adds more freeze stuff. And I'm a little scared because this plus like Cordero Drake isn't actually in the rotation anymore, is it? Is Cordero Drake rotated out?
Which one's that?
That's the one that makes
Oh
you
yeah,
allowed to use your hero power over and
that
over.
was Grand Tournament.
So in Wild, that would be a little scary, but I like the flavor of this card. I think it's cool. I like the ping into a freeze ability. It honestly makes your hero power really strong. I mean, 4 mana to freeze an enemy and do 1 damage, and then you can do that every turn for 2 mana after that. Like, I think that's really powerful. I think freeze is undervalued right now, especially as people seem to want more control decks, and it seems like they're going to try to push more control decks. I think freeze is a really important card, or a really important mechanic.
Yeah, and they have to be careful because a lot of people just hate like being like Frost Nova and then Frost Nova again, and then Blizzard like, oh, there's no counterplay.
I agree with that.
But one of the things that makes me really excited is it has the Elemental tag, which is like, I think this is the only Mage. Oh, okay, there's 2 Mage cards with Elemental tag. This and Water Elemental, obviously.
Oh, the Elemental's a big deal.
Yeah, but that's huge because that makes you can get this off Servant of Kalamos, or you can combo this into other things, and like besides Shaman, like no other decks can really do Elementals because they didn't make Kalamos a neutral legendary.
I honestly didn't even browse the Elemental tag. It's a huge difference.
But that's something that when I didn't see it at first either, and that made it from an average card to a little bit above average in my mind. Just that is good. Being able to enable some freeze things like Cold Wrath, like you said, is good. Though that's still 7 mana for drawing a card, which is meh.
Yeah, it's true.
But I mean, it also affects the board state, so that's fine. Yeah, I've got this freeze quest mage with elementals in it that I want to try.
I'm gonna rate this card "Make Garrosh Cry" out of 10.
Oh yeah, you can ping heroes. Use a weapon again.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Like, because you remember like Snow Chugger trains where you just like you hit the Snow Chugger into the Garrosh and you're like, well, I don't have board. I can't get rid of this.
Yeah, Snow Chugger was really strong.
You're not that kind of orc. I drew a beard on him. He doesn't
You
have
drew
a
that in
beard.
like 30 seconds.
Yeah, you
like
did real
that's
well.
pretty
Thank
good.
you. He's crying. Oh, he's
Pretty
sad Garrosh.
Yeah, and I named it a Servant of Kalamos target out of like 10 in the game. So, because elementals are.
I think the elemental tag's a really cool thing about
Yeah.
this. It's gonna allow more stuff.
All right.
Resource generation. Don't discount it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna look so forward to playing this card and making sure that, hoping my opponent doesn't watch my hand and play like a different secret and like, oh, that's easily mirror image and like counterspell like, because you can follow the hand and you can know where it is and you can know where it's.
This is like a beautiful quest mage card.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right.
It gives you a card that wasn't in your
One
deck,
mana.
and it's a stall. It's a 1 mana card that wasn't in your deck to help you get the quest, and it's a stall, which is exactly what quest mage needs. So
That's really good.
I don't think you'd play a 4 mana minion in quest mage, like a 2/6 that doesn't have much like impact on the board or anything. But for this kind of a situation, you're just giving yourself a free card. Like that seems nuts in quest mage to me.
You're right. Mirror image does not equal mirror entity chat. Correct. Moving
Yes.
on.
Yeah. The 1 mana 0/2/0/2 taunts. But I think it's huge.
Oh my God. Okay.
Holy deuce.
Wait.
I don't think
Sorry.
I saw this card.
It's the 1 mana that summons 2.
Yeah, it's the 1
Oh,
mana.
I totally thought it was mirror entity.
No, yeah,
That-
it's the 1
that's
mana.
why- okay,
summons
that's why I said the
2/0/2
secret thing.
taunts.
Oh, yeah.
That I was
it's,
totally off.
It's
Okay,
all good.
Yeah.
that makes it 100 times better.
So it's a 5 mana, 2/6, and 2/0/2
All right,
taunts.
that is super good in quest mage. Then
I wasn't listening to you, Hayden. I'm sorry.
Okay, we are all admitting everything that we weren't paying attention to, so it's all right. All right. Meh.
Cool art.
Yeah, cool art.
That's all.
I think, yeah.
So how many secrets, just for 30 seconds on this card, how many secrets would you need to make this valuable? 3? You'd have to have at least 3 separate secrets that you didn't already have.
It would be good with 2 secrets. I think.
You think?
It's
drawing it from your deck and playing it, I guess.
What we've learned from Nex Rammus is that resource generation is. Well, we learned from Angora that resource generation is busted.
True.
What we learned from the Grand Tournament and what we learned from Curse of Nex Rammus is that pulling crap from your deck is
And playing it.
amazing.
Yeah. That's
Pulling
true.
pulling crap from your deck and putting it into on the battlefield is it's busted.
8 freaking mana, though. like how many cards have you already drawn when you get to this card to be able to play it? I don't know. I think it seems too much.
I think this card is really good in nerfing Primordial Glyph. That's good. It's really costly, which sucks. Like the cost for its effect is great, but just the fact that it's an 8-mana card that if you get it randomly, like, oh well.
This is like Freeze Mage Dream, though.
Yeah.
This is a Freeze Mage Dream.
But you should always have Ice Block up, right? And so like you play this
copy.
card.
Should you always have Ice Block up? By turn 8, probably.
Yeah, you'd have one up, and so like maybe you can get like a counterspell or Ice Barrier out of your deck, but we already have Archaeologists for pretty much doing that. So
okay, Vetbrix, you say
this.
there are too many bad Mage secrets. What happened with Mysterious Challenger? Everyone was like, this won't see play.
I agree.
There's so many bad Paladin secrets. Paladin secrets suck. And then it's like,
But when you play 5 of them on one turn,
it's like that scene in Bug's Life when Kevin Spacey kills the guy with a bunch of corn, with a bunch of corn kernels.
you lost me.
which
In the Bug's Life when they're in the cantina at the Grasshopper place.
who's
You
Kevin
get a
Spacey?
6/6 body when they play Hemet. Vetbrix and
All right.
J1D.
Breath of Cinegrosa.
All right, yeah.
All right, 2 damage to random. So this is like Flame Cannon, but Frost Cannon, where freezing a minion's 2.
How much is Frost
Oh wait,
Shock?
no, it's 1 mana. That's right.
Is Frost Shock 1 mana for 1 damage?
It is.
So it's just better than Frost Shock. Just straight better.
Maybe.
It,
One minion. It's better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a random minion.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the last thing, just for the secret things, I feel like the Paladin secrets, even though they're kind of generally seen as kind of weaker,
Yeah.
they're
random.
harder to play around, especially if you don't have board, right? If you know that your opponent has counterspell, like, oh, I'll play this spell, it's gone, that's fine, and then I'll play a minion, and then my opponent gets it too. Like you can kind
It
of
also thins your deck significantly.
yeah.
Which is also, I mean, like, all I'm saying is that we've learned how effective it is to take secrets from your deck and put them into play.
Yeah.
Like, Mad Scientist is like one of the best cards in the game. It's a 2-mana 2/2. With a definite,
Yeah, and Dustin, you bring up a good point. So, Frost Shock, which is the Shaman version of this card, points.
Right. Which I didn't realize this was random.
Yeah, and Frost Shock can also hit. Frost Shock does 1 damage and it can hit enemy heroes, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do 2, right?
It does not do 2. It does
All right.
Just one.
Deals 1. Okay. I think this is really good for the fact of Cold Wraith. This could be a turn 4 Cold Wraith activator, which would be nice. And this card's super good if you generate it off of Glyph for Quest because it's 1 mana and that helps the Glyph. But it also gets knocked out of your deck if you get hit by that 4/6 though.
That's true.
So
And your hand.
I'm just kind of scared overall about how much more freeze Mage just got. Like,
it's
already
Blizzard
play
knew
against.
that it had to be careful about how much freeze it put back in Mage.
It sucks
because,
against Marabi.
yeah.
What's Marabi?
Marabi is the Shaman legendary.
Oh.
Whatever.
When a minion is frozen,
yeah,
add a copy to your hand.
Yeah.
So don't play this against Marabi.
All right. Frostless Jaina.
I've done the last 2. It's one of you guys for sure.
All right. I'll start. When I saw this card, I thought it was fake. I don't know if you guys thought it was fake either. I didn't think a lot of people said like the art seemed a little off, and I agree. And I feel so bad for the artists who made this, like, because it's not bad art, like in any sense, but they got crapped on a lot because as soon as they saw this card art,
It looks like a magic card.
yeah, it does. Like it doesn't look like the artwork that Blizzard's used to, and it doesn't really match up to kind of like the Frostlich Jaina that we saw from the trailer. And so I bet this artist is just like, oh yeah, I get this cool card from Blizzard. It's gonna be great. And then like, oh no, it was leaked. And then oh no, people are telling me the art sucks. Like, oh.
I think the art's pretty dope.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like
I didn't see all the hate.
It's like how
so.
Penny Arcade did the art for Kill Command. It's like it's good art, but it doesn't really fit the rest of the Hearthstone aesthetic.
Yeah, I agree to that. So, and then also I was really upset that this was the second Death Knight that was officially announced on that one day that they're on the first reveal stream from the hiatus, and I was really upset it was this one because we kind of already knew it. Like, I wish it was something else
Her
on
emotes
that
are
day.
insane.
Yeah, they are
All the
pretty cool.
emotes are great. So what's the hero power on this one?
The hero power on this is 2 mana, fire or ping something for
deal
1.
And deal 1 damage.
And if it kills, you get a 3/6 elemental. Water
This card
elemental.
seems nuts. Maybe all the Death Knights just seem nuts, right? But this card seems crazy. Like, I don't think Water Elementals see play very often anymore because they're 4 mana. But this one, like, assume a Water Elemental's 4 mana. You're playing this for 5. You're gaining 5 life. All of your Water Elementals give you 3 every time they die, plus every time they attack. And if you're good enough with your pings, how often are you pinging something off to kill it? Pretty often, I feel like.
Yeah.
Or you could order it in a way to make that happen. And every time you do that, you're summoning another one of these things that heals you some more.
And freezes the board.
You will just never,
And freezes the board.
You just won't take damage as
Yeah.
Jared anymore. Like, and if you do, you just heal it off with a
Or have
water
ice
elemental.
block, or freeze everything. Like, this seems like such a ridiculous control card, I can't even believe it. Like, it seems super nuts. Maybe all the Death Knight cards seem nuts, but this one seems really insane. Freeze plus heal plus minions,
Plus armor.
plus armor, like, it's just so insane. Like, there's so much control built into this card all at once. It's just nuts.
My only thing about so I guess the thing about Death Knights in general is you have to be really careful not to build your entire deck around them, especially because you can't find them out of your deck right now. Because like really kind of skewed example of this is like Cthulhu decks. Like, oh, you'd make your entire deck Cthulhu, and the Cthulhu's the bottom card of your deck. And you're like, well, I lost because I didn't draw my.
I feel like it's going to serve like
deck.
the same position in your deck as like Jiraxis.
Sure.
Like, you don't build your deck around Jiraxis.
Which is good.
It's just a good card.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
just destroy priests.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could run this as like the most expensive card in my deck in an aggro deck and still be happy with it, and I could
Yeah.
run it in a deck in a control or a freeze mage deck and still be happy with it.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be an elemental mage either.
It doesn't.
I don't like. It's just like a 3/6 water elemental that heals you.
That
for
heals
3.
you.
It has 6 health.
Like, I think this card would be good if that lifesteal text wasn't on there, and the lifesteal text is still on there, so I think it's even crazier.
Yeah.
Does Mage have any other heal other than the 8 armor secret? Like, do they have any direct healing?
Alex.
No.
Okay, alright. Direct healing, like, it heals your hero. There's no Mage class cards. This is the first time that's happened.
They do have the Bloodworm, which is a neutral 5 mana 4/4 lifesteal.
See, it's neutral, though.
That's no, like in general. Is there a mage
like,
specific
Is there a
class
Mage class
card?
card that heals? I don't think so.
I don't think there
No.
is either.
And this seems crazy because it almost guarantees you 3 heal plus 3 heal almost every single turn, up to like 3, 6, or 9 every turn.
There's
I lost my
other
mark.
cards that give you armor.
So it just seems crazy. This card seems nuts.
Yeah, this seems.
I hope I pulled this card on my first.
Yeah,
Let's
as long as you can survive to turn 9 consistently, this card's good.
Go. Yeah. It is
Alright.
9 mana though, which means you can't ping that turn. So, yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for ping targets, here you go. Summon 2 ping targets that give you legendaries.
Yeah, and that's great. I wish the frozen champions were actually frozen. That'd be really good, and you can cold wraith next turn. Like if they were permanent frozen, that'd
Oh
be
my
really
God.
cool.
So cool.
Hayden,
What?
that was really
That's genius.
Yeah, I know. But anyways,
man. Yeah, I know.
I've had that. I've told this people like I just really want them frozen because that even just like flavor text.
Yeah.
So
And it's random legendaries to your hand, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think this could open the door for kind of like a dragon mage, and and the only reason I say that is dragon mage works in priest because they can generate, their 5/6 that generate, their
Resource generation.
resource generation. This card, though slower,
Huge resource generation.
still generates resources, which allows
You
priests
primordial
to.
glyph and stuff.
If you're really desperate, you could play this and ping your minion off so you can immediately know what legendary you have for the next turn.
This is the only minion in your hand you can simulacrum. Play it.
You're right.
I am
Also,
glad-
another huge high roll for Broad-Eyed Scout.
yeah.
True. I am glad that they started making the 8/8s Lich Kings the same way. They started making them 8 mana.
Yeah.
Like not Anexia. It's a 9 mana 8/8, which she does other stuff obviously, but
Yeah, nine
If
mana
you-
cards that would really benefit from pinging on turn 10
right, yeah.
or plus is a
I'm
good.
glad they've started that trend. I think if Anexia was printed today, it would be printed as an 8 mana card.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this 2 Millhouse Mana Storms out of 10.
Okay.
All right, and we're through. All right,
Alright.
priesty
Next
stuff
Priest Arena or
Paladin.
Paladin.
or Paladin. Sorry. All right.
The old one of the first cards we saw.
This is one of the first cards.
Chillblade Champion, Charge Lifesteal. 4 mana. I'm sure I'm echoing lots and lots of people. It's a very competitive spot in the mana curve in Paladin decks.
Too true.
Paladin decks have a lot of good 4 mana
True.
cards. That
Also, real quick, bye Ariel. Thanks for joining.
Ariel, see you later. Bye, Ariel. Talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
Charge lifesteal, pretty good. Just like I don't like. I don't know. I don't know about this card.
I will say this. This is the only charge card in the set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, if
One of few, if not the only.
yeah, like they're really afraid of printing charge cards right now.
Yeah.
But I think it's cool. But nothing new from what Sam said.
Like, I just don't know why you would play this card over a True Silver ever. Why would you ever pick this card over a True Silver?
Because maybe you're running a different 4-mana weapon.
If you hit face,
From this.
if you go face, you
It
could
lasts
potentially
longer.
heal for 6.
Right. I mean, okay, all right, I'll take that. That's fine. That's
I mean,
all
this
I'm
is
asking.
4-mana emergency
Oh.
heal and deal 3.
I know why this card could be really good. This could be good in hand buff Paladin that
Oh my
people have been talking
God.
about.
That's true.
That's also a thing.
I wish
4
it
mana
was a
6/5 charge
I wish it was a
lifesteal.
4/1, man. I wish it was a 4-mana 4/1.
6. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm okay with 3/2 because I don't want to get pinged immediately. But
Oh yeah, I forgot about hand buff. That's
Hand buff's interesting thought.
that is very interesting.
all right, Blackguard. I haven't actually seen
Whenever
this
your
card up
hero
front.
is-
Wow, this is the forbidden healing buff that we've all been looking for.
Holy damn!
Deal 20 damage to a random enemy minion.
And or like
Oh, it's minion.
it brings back Rag and Paladin because of
Oh yeah.
Rag Lord. Yeah, you get double Rag shots now.
But if you're at 30 health, it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah,
You
because
would
it doesn't
not-
actually.
It heals
do
for
it.
actually
0.
have to heal. Yeah.
So
That right there makes this card not good for me. Literally
Better
that.
get your weapons out. Better.
Yeah, hit yourself.
But like
Start-
if
better-
you
better
have
start
like
taking damage.
a true silver champion, you can hold on to that heal without having to pay it with mana. Like that's why Death Bite was so good because you had it on your weapon and you could use it whenever you wanted without having to pay mana or be worried that your opponent could get
Yeah.
rid of it.
Also, 6 mana 3/9 is a really interesting stat.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever
That-
seen a
yeah.
3/9.
It's neat.
There's definitely one.
3/9?
Bolvar is a 3/9. No, he's a
He's a
He's a
1/7.
1/7.
no,
You
no, not
wish
Bolvar.
he was
Not
a 3/9.
Bolvar. The guy when he takes damage. Whenever you
Oh,
take
Wolf
damage.
Ram Shield?
Ram Shield. He's a
Is he? Oh, I thought he was a 3/8.
I think
Oh,
he is a 3/9.
Yeah.
I'll trust you. Yeah, you're probably right.
Wow.
But but I agree.
Welcome back to Hearthstone.
I think
That's
3/9
your
is
Wolf Ram
good.
Shield.
Yeah.
I think 3/9 stat's good for that. So
Yeah.
if it's gonna be good, I'm glad they give him that stat.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Helen Commander.
I love the sound it plays when it hits the board. Is really cool.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like, must I slay you again? Or something like
Yeah,
that.
something crazy. Yeah.
It's awesome. Draw Tyrion, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so it's cool because you could design your deck around it to draw like 3 really good minions,
Mhm.
or it's just a 3-mana 2/2 draw a minion. It's not bad.
So my only thing about this card is when you say Tyrion is there's the 4-mana 3/3 that steals
Silver Moon Guardian, yeah.
the abilities. No. No, it's a Corpse Taker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that steals it. And so if you turn 3, draw Tyrion, and you're like this card, like it doesn't get taunt, or if you get like Wicker Flame, it's like now this is just a taunt, and then it loses lifesteal.
Wait, does that card you're talking about steal the abilities? or
No,
just-
it just if you
Okay,
have
okay.
things in your
Steals the
deck.
abilities.
I was
Oh,
like,
that'd be cool.
dang.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think drawing a card is good. It's always good. 3
Yeah.
mana 2/2, sure.
Yep. I think we can skip.
I think
Okay.
so, yeah, I think it's good.
We gotta hurry up a little bit.
All right, I like
Yeah, if
this
they're
card.
boring cards, we're gonna have to skip past them.
Unpopular opinion, I like this card. I'll put it in.
I don't think I've seen this card yet.
I'll put it in Bubble Paladin and see if it's better than True Silver.
Does this
Champion.
only work while it's played? It doesn't work while in hand, right? You have to have this equipped.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know if
That
it's. That's a good question.
I think it would say while in your hand. If it
I
worked
think
like that.
it's in your hand.
If it works, I just want to say, if it works while it's in your hand, this card is nuts. But I don't think it's that way. But if it does, this card is insane.
Yeah.
You know what card feels awful
But I don't think it's
about
that.
this?
Mm.
Is Poison Blade.
Which one's that?
It's a 4-mana
It's a
one.
rogue
Yeah.
4-mana 1/3. Like your hero power
Or
gives
gives
your
it 1
weapon
attack.
+1 attack
Yeah.
instead of replacing.
This is
it.
way better than that.
I think
card.
it's. I think popping Divine Shield is something that you can. I don't. If it's only on the board, it's a little bit worse. I thought. That's what my assumption is, but.
if you do this twice while it's in your hand.
Dude,
It's
there's
good.
no way.
Okay.
There's absolutely. If this was while it was in your hand, it would be nuts. You could have a 4-mana 4/4 weapon that continues to grow while it's on the board. Absolutely no
Sounds
way.
good.
Yeah.
It cannot be.
I think this is better than True. This can be better than True Silver. People are like, oh, let's attack the True Silver.
I don't know about that.
I see that.
So
4 damage on turn 4 is super important.
that is very important. But if you're playing with minions that have Divine Shields anyways, chances are you won't lose board by turn 4. It'd be really hard because you have minions that stick around. And then you can do some early trades. Let's say you have this card and you pop a shield every turn. So it's a 1, you do 1, and then it's a 2, 3, and a 4. That's 10 damage over 4 turns, compared to 8 damage for True Silver and over 2 turns without the heal. So I think that's fine, and I think you can also just hold this onto this card, and if you have a lot of mini creatures, you want to trade up. So
You know what what card really excites me with this card when I first saw this? The first card that jumped into my mind? Blood Knight.
oh yeah, that's
Dude, the Blood Knight combos with this could be legendary.
yeah,
Nice pommel out of 10.
nice pummel.
Nice
All right,
pommel.
pommel.
Looks good.
I don't think this is as bad as the internet thinks it is.
I think people underrate it, and I'm definitely going to try and make a bubble paladin deck with the rest of the cards you're about to see.
Yep.
Anything besides redemption you gotta choose? Any other comments for this?
On this
Yes.
card?
I don't really... It's interesting that...
I think this is way better than
It's
Redemption.
interesting that they're choosing to give Paladin a less strong version of Ancestral Spirit. I think it's interesting because like Shaman has like really good Ancestral Spirit synergies.
Well,
Paladin does have a lot of Divine Shield minions, though.
You
This
just
is
see-
way stronger with Divine
That's
Shield.
true.
You just see a lot of people doing Tyrion and then redemption, right, all the time, and then you're like, that
Right.
feels really bad.
Right.
And so I think having it 2 mana is fine because you want redemption
can do
to
it on
please.
your turn,
You
which
can
is
still do it
huge.
in your turn with Tyrion on turn 10.
And you
Okay.
can pick. It's not a random minion.
Yeah.
You get to pick. Like your opponent doesn't choose based on the secret guessing. You get to choose.
I'd buy it. I think the Divine Shield
I would
makes
rather
this
play
better.
this than Redemption. Like if it was between me
Would
choosing
you rather-
Redemption or this, I would take Redemption out of my deck and put this in.
You'd probably rather have Ancestral Spirit, but
Probably true.
Of course, yeah. I don't.
I don't know how often I would run Redemption without the 6/6. That was insane.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's true.
but if
But,
I
like,
was going to
you're-
run Redemption, I would rather just run
But you
this.
get your redemptions from like Hydrologist, which is interesting. Like
Yeah.
like
Okay.
you
That's-
don't
that's
you
it.
never put redemption in your deck.
Right. I
Which is
agree.
interesting.
If I was going to,
Yeah, that's
this is better.
Venom Knights. Yeah, that's true.
That
You
is
can also
true.
see in silence, but I think you use it as like a surprise. Like you wouldn't just like. I don't think that usually you play like Ardent Squire and then Blessing of Kings, like and then just let it sit. In my,
I think
usually.
I think the other thing is redemption can only do you on your turn, and so sometimes you'll leave a Tyrion up, knowing like, oh, they won't trade the Tyrion away because they won't be able to get the redemption, and you play Desperate Stand, you get your Tyrion back, and you're like, this feels so bad. If I would have killed Tyrion, then I would have,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this card will definitely be tried. I
Being
think.
in an activator versus a like reflex between secret and spellcast is really important here. So.
Right. Nice art.
All right,
Always, dude. All the art I've done.
Uther.
I like this card.
Dude, yeah, this card's crazy.
20 points of heal.
What's the
5/3.
hero's power?
Summon it. Oh yeah, my god.
You summon 2/2s.
You summon 2/2s.
summon
If you,
1/1s.
if you summon 4 2/2s, you win the game.
Oh yeah, it's the Exodia one.
But
yeah.
they're all unique, and I don't know how. Because I was immediately thinking like, oh, what if I
It's just
useful
like the totem.
Brewmaster
it
one?
works like Shaman Totem.
Yes, that works just like that. Yes, it's
Yeah.
exactly like totems.
Okay.
It's exactly Shaman Totem.
Okay.
100% totems.
Because if you could use for Brewmaster one, you're like, okay,
Yep.
I've got one.
Absolutely
But
true.
you can get
I guarantee you, people will try
And
to
you
make
can
decks.
you can also Getaway Coda one.
Yep.
And so you have 2, and then so.
You toss in Burglary Bully in your Paladin deck, and you make your opponent sweat.
Dude, I'm really excited because I think there's a lot of cards in this expansion that could potentially make cool combo decks.
Yeah.
This is obviously one of them, and right now, like Brewmasters have not seen much play in anything except for Quest Rogue.
Yeah.
But if it was going to, this is it, dude. Because being able to have a Brewmaster Exodia combo, and like you only Brewmaster the ones that you need, right? You just take 3 of them, and then the one turn that you get that 4th one, and you play 3 other guys, and you just win. Like that's gonna be so cool. There's gonna be so many cool decks. I love this card.
Someone in tech, Vprix says it has synergy with Tyrion, and I agree with that. The thing is, you can if you play this
What up,
after
Dan?
Tyrion, then you know when you can play this card because Tyrion you have always that kind of twinge like you don't know actually when it's going to die sometimes.
True.
And so its activation can surprise you and be unfortunate. But I think like it's such a swing.
It's just so much healing, man.
It has
The
healing,
two-two
and it
is
has
really good.
it has a board presence with the weapon. So
The 2/2s are just amazing.
Yeah, even without the Exodia idea, man, like
Yeah.
you just get an infinite 2-mana 2/2s. Love this card. Thanks for it.
Make the deck with Dark Rogue.
all right,
Boulevard Fireblood.
favorite card in the set by far. Lore, stats, ability. Love this card.
Kibler thought this would be a great Spike Ridge Steed target.
Yeah,
I
easy.
think that's a good point.
Yeah, it's too true.
Even like
And itself has Divine Shield, so when it attacks, it'll attack as a 1/7 and then immediately turn into a 3/7 for 5, which is already good.
yeah, like a 5-mana 3/7 in itself is great because we've seen like a lot of 2/7s for 5 mana be really good.
Yeah.
And this card has the chance to get out of control. It's really sticky because, like, once again, as you guys said, Paladins can have Spike Ridge Steed, but if you're Pirate Warrior, you just take all their minions and they're like, I can't play this card. If you have a minion that sticks, great. I think I just he looks so cool.
Yeah, he does look
I
awesome.
will make a golden
Dude,
one of these.
the golden one of this
Yeah.
is going to be sweet. Yeah.
If I do not get it, I will make a
And,
golden one.
it's
Easy.
just so cool. Again, I want to say one more time, Blood Knight combo. Holy crap. Like, drop a Blood Knight, this thing gains 8 attack or whatever.
Yeah.
Arrogant Crusader.
Like this card.
Fun.
I think
Aggressive.
Yeah. Unlike the warrior one that gains armor. So the warrior one's weird because it's aggressive, but it has a defensive thing, right? This card is aggressive, and if you get killed in your turn, which your opponent will probably want to not take 5 damage, you get a 2/2, which is still supports the I'm going to be aggressive and have stuff on the board tactics. So a 7/4 for turn 4 is great.
That's like any taunt makes you feel like
Argent Defender. Defender
I
of
forget what
Argus.
it's like Wicker Flame Burn Bristle makes you feel really bad.
There's some things that counter it. But
The Stubborn Gastropod.
I think my
really
biggest
bad against
flaw
this
with
card.
this card is it's another 4-mana Paladin card.
Sure.
Another
Yeah.
4-mana Paladin card. So not, like, even if this card was good, it's got to compete with so many other cards. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to be able to find a spot in it, but yeah,
Next.
Set of minions attacked it.
this one's pretty basic, I think.
I like how it's cheap.
Yeah.
What's the minion? It's 4-mana 3/4. that does
Defender
the
of
same thing?
Uldaman.
So you're getting a 3-mana 3/4.
I thought it was
and-
Keeper of Uldaman.
Keeper of Uldaman.
That's right.
So it's a 3-mana 3/4 plus a 1-mana spell of this versus just this. When would you ever play this over Keeper? Ever.
Keepers rotated out.
Okay, that's
Same
fair.
as
I mean, yeah,
David
no,
Wallace
I'm saying
Sounders.
Keeper got played all the time though, right? Like Keeper
Yeah.
was in like every deck. So like, assuming Keeper was still in the rotation, would you ever play this over Keeper? Like, would you not just pick Keeper?
It depends. It depends on if you want to keep this, if you want to play this with another, if you want to play Tyrion and do this,
And
or
this,
like
yeah.
you want to copy it or do something else.
Or you could even have some fun stuff like could heal your minions on early turns because
Yeah.
if you have like your 2/2 and you run into
Oh,
something
yeah.
and it turns into a 2/1 and you can heal it back up to
This
a
could
3/3.
easily be like a 2-mana plus 2/2.
Yeah.
on a-
Easy
on a
like that.
1/1.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
fair. All right, it's got a little bit more. All right.
So it can
It's flex.
yeah, I'm
flex.
okay with this. I was just curious. Like when I saw that card, I was very underwhelmed. So
I like this card.
I like this
Yeah,
card.
this card
I
is
really
so
like
good.
I like Anordotron. I like how it makes Stonehill Defender worse. I like how
Yes, good
Yeah.
call.
it's just good.
I think it's better. I think this is a great option to have with Stonehill.
Like I mean, like you're not sad about seeing this, but it's not Tyrion, right? Because if you Stonehill
It's not
Defender,
Tyrion, but if you're facing an aggro deck, you're like, absolutely, I want this card.
yeah, exactly.
It's righteous.
This card isn't gonna like win games by itself, I don't think, because it's a 1-mana.
Oh,
but-
I don't know.
But good
It's
lord,
gonna-
it's
it's
a
gonna
strong
set up.
1-mana card.
It'll protect your big dudes.
That's true, I guess. It's really, really cool. I really
It's
like
awesome.
it. Super well designed.
All right,
That's
that's
it.
it. Good. That was like 10 minutes.
All right, so let's do priest, and then we'll take a quick break.
I'm in for that.
Let's go rogue because there's more in.
Rogue.
No, like you'll finish rogue then.
Oh, we'll finish rogue, and
and then
then
do
and
the
then
break
take a
because
break. We got
neutral
4
is
left.
yeah.
oh, neutral's big. That's
Yeah,
right.
Neutral took a while. Neutral's come born to one.
Spirit Lash.
What the hell is this card?
It's good against aggro because
Nice
Maelstrom
spell
portals.
power.
Oh, that's
Maelstrom
lifesteal.
portals good against it, and priest doesn't really care about summoning 1-mana minions. It cares about not dying.
You play your spell damage.
So this gives you 1 heal per minion that's hit.
Yes.
Right.
Correct. And scales, like you said, with,
Spell damage. That's correct.
So are we gonna is the +2 spell damage Kobold still around?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a lot of mana though.
Yeah, it's 4 mana.
4 mana.
But you heal a lot,
So it's a
too.
6 mana heal for
Let's say
anywhere between 3 and
I mean, anywhere between
or 2.
like
Well, to
full.
go because you have the minion out and it deals damage to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you absolutely hit 3 because it's gonna like if it does 3 damage, it's going to heal you for 3, not for the amount of health that you stole.
Right. He's talking about the evolved kobold.
Yeah.
It's plus damage.
The only thing, and this is my thing about lifesteal, which is really weird, is that they're pushing Divine Shield Paladin, and Divine Shields don't actually take damage. So if you Spirit Lash the entire side of the board,
Yeah, it sucks
nothing
against
happens.
Paladin. It
Nothing
sucks
happens.
Well, it removes all
Their
their
divine
divine shields,
But-
and it gives their weapon
can't
like plus
Bulbar.
10 attack.
yeah, and then your Bulbar is like a 10-7, and you're like, I healed
Oh,
for the
shit.
2 Northshire cleric hits I got.
Yeah.
But other than that,
There are Murlocs, as with every set.
yeah. So
Where do
that's
you go?
that was a big weird thing about lifesteal that
Oh,
they're
crap.
Sam.
Ooh, Shadow
Essence. I can't wait to pull.
There's going to be some really cool Trollden videos with this card.
Oh yeah, I like how they're making priests like, man, there's this new guy who's getting into the game. He doesn't have a lot of cards. Oh, you just open cards from this set, and then he'll have a bunch of cards to try out. Like, give him Shadow Essence, we'll give him the Legendary, and then he can just figure out like, oh, priest sucks, but all these other cards are good. So
I wish it was just summon a 5/5 copy of a random minion.
Dude, I kind of agree.
Period.
Like,
I feel like that would be insane.
What, like, where's the upside
That'd be
of this
so
card?
fun.
Like, why would I put this card in my priest deck? What am I looking for here?
Angry
Deathwing.
Chicken.
Well, what does that
We
do?
had exact opposite answers.
What did you say?
I
Deathwing.
said Angry Chicken.
Dude, Angry Chicken's like the best idea I've heard about this card. Like, I just don't understand why you would play this card. Like, this card doesn't seem good
Vicious
to me at
Fledgling.
all.
Thoughts on having to change an existing card based on a new card breaking it, as in if that's okay to design.
What?
What happened?
Thoughts on having to change an existing card based on a new card breaking it. Oh, like
they're saying
Dreadsteed.
Like Dreadsteed happening, yeah.
I'm
That's a perfect
okay
example.
because they've expressed
Yeah, it would
issues
have broken the game.
with being limited based on previous cards.
I wish they would only change them if they were rotated out of standard. Like, I hated the Dreadsteed change because I loved Pony Lock.
I want him to nerf Stone Tusk Boar.
So they can do stuff.
I want him to nerf it. Like, can't attack heroes, something like that.
I wish they would just make their mind up and then like fix all of them at once and then stick with it instead of like the constantly changing. Like the wild cards, I don't care as much about. It's literally wild for a reason. If you want to make cool decks, go make cool decks. But like the Dreadsteed change affected me personally because I loved the Dreadsteed in general. I liked it, but it makes me sad that opens up the door for the future for them to do that again if they want to make some cool crazy mechanic, but they got to remove Bran as an whatever. From the
Dreadsteed
game.
is as wild as they come.
That's true. Dreadsteed is wild.
Twice it better be apple juice in your hand.
Is that apple juice in your hand?
Totally apple juice.
Okay, it is.
It's apple juice confirmed.
All right. Everyone, I don't.
Bran, youthful brewmaster.
Your deck can only hold 50 cards.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
I mean,
60,
by the
50
time
or
you put it
60.
out on turn 7, their deck's gonna be like probably like 17 cards,
So
16
you have
cards.
34 total.
Yeah, but then you like do it 3 times.
All right. I think this is a meme card. Is
I've
this
not
card
seen
good?
I've not seen a person look at this card and not pause for a second and then reread it. Like there's not been someone who's just read it the first time and be like, okay, and not have any further thought about it.
I mean, that was my thought when I read it. Was that song and Trollden videos? He's got some great videos.
But it's not like even a combo. Like what have you accomplished? Oh, you've got a really big deck. Oh.
With half your cards being synergistic and the other half being synergistic with the other half.
Yeah, like, okay, I don't know. I think people play it, and I think a lot of people have fun. This is a very fun card.
Yes.
And that's all I'll say.
I'm glad cards like this exist in the game of Hearthstone. I don't see.
Oh, yeah.
I don't expect to see this in tournament play.
I love that Hearthstone is a game where cards like this can exist without having extra maintenance on our side. That's what I really do appreciate.
I wouldn't be sad to open this, to be honest, just because it would be so much fun. I would make.
I will say, like, if you get like a golden one of these, like a golden half deck, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. Oh yeah, because every card would be golden.
Because they're copies.
Damn, son.
Like this is the ultimate gold value card besides like Renounced Darkness.
See, this kind of card though, in reality, this kind of card to me, like hard counters, like as an example, Jade Druid. Like, because think if a Jade Druid shuffles like a couple Jade Idols into that deck, plus they have a bunch of Jade synergy, and then you play this card, well now you've got more Jade, or just as many Jades as they do, plus all your other priest stuff. So I think this will be like, in a reality aspect, if you wanted to be good, if you wanted to play a super crazy grind priest where you just outlasted every single deck in existence and every single one of your games with 35 minutes long.
Yeah.
This would actually see play.
Yeah, it's Cardio Priest, because what you do is
Cardio Priest.
Cardio Priest, yes.
Yeah, you start a game on the treadmill, and you can't stop the treadmill until the game's over.
Yeah, there you go. I'm in for that.
Yeah,
I'm
if
in
you
for
if you
Cardio
play
Priest.
more than 2 games, like, you are ready for a 10K.
I am in.
Hold on.
For
All right.
Cardio
Oh yeah,
Priest.
you've got your.
I drew Anduin blowing into the end of the sacks.
Yeah, there we go.
Enjoy anyway.
All right, next one. Oh, I love this card.
Go, it's you.
So first thing that came in my mind, besides Barnes, is Corpse Stealer. This makes Corpse Stealer like just good in Priest now,
What's Corpse
because
Stealer?
it's the one that it will copy the taunt and lifesteal
Oh,
from Obsidian Statue for a 4-mana 3/3.
that's a neutral card.
And then it made me even think, like, well, do I just put Archant Squires in my Priest now, so I'll have a 4-mana 3/3 like guaranteed? Yes, I'm gonna do that. But I thought it's good. It's a death rattle. It destroys a random minion. You get off Barnes, you're happy, and it helps Quest Priest, because Quest Priest should be a thing. Maybe, I don't know. I like it. It's cool.
Quest Priest was good for the first week. I like this card. I think it's well designed. I don't think it's going to see play.
Okay.
I
hope it
think
does.
it's way too. I hope it does too. I just think it's way too slow for Hearthstone.
I feel like it's a budget Ysera. I feel like if you don't have Ysera in your deck, you
Yeah.
toss that sucker
And it
in.
it could do the same.
and
kind
then
of
it's
thing.
just good.
But like,
also, yeah.
my thing is, it's a death rattle destroy minion. It's not a battle cry destroy minion, which would be broken. But it's a death rattle, so your opponent can kind of choose what he wants to be destroyed. You know what I mean? You could destroy
Yeah.
a crappy minion, or if you're against, like, as an example in my head, if you're against Zulok, you could force yourself to trade effectively, and then the thing that it destroys is the 0/3 Dragon Egg that pops out of
Yeah.
5/5. So the death rattle in my mind is what makes this card not aggressive enough to play. It's 9 mana. You can't do anything else on that turn.
Yeah, this is
Um,
like this is disgusting against like a mid-range deck where it's like you have
But the lifesteal is interesting.
lifesteal for 4, like doing 4
Yeah, every
lifesteal is
time.
actually it's
Yeah.
actually kind of crazy.
Takes 3 minutes to kill us. You just healed for 12. Like, so
Yeah.
it's interesting, but I just think it's too slow in personal opinion for Hearthstone.
All right. Next one.
Cool card though.
Very cool.
I also like this card. I'm gonna start again.
Hey, speaking of, wait,
Are you a
what's
priest
the
main?
what's the card we just saw earlier?
We saw like 30
The
cards.
Obsidian statue.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting that this is right after it
Yeah.
on the website.
That's no. So I'm thinking like Cheese Priest. So what you do is you summon. What's the 7-mana 7/7 Prophet Valen? You have it die, sure, whatever.
Oh my
Then you
God.
play Eternal Servitude. Then you play the 3-mana Prince that copies
Oh
a
my
minion.
God, the
So for
combos.
7 mana,
Oh.
you have 2 Prophet Valens,
Oh!
and you can Mind Blast and Smite for 28 damage. I think, yeah, 28 damage.
It'd be 20 from the Mind Blast.
20 and then 8 from
Yep,
this.
28. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my god.
Save the coin till turn 10.
That's what I'm going to do. That's going to be one of my first decks. It's not going to work because it has a Prince in it. That means I have to craft or open it. And
That feels bad.
That feels bad. But do that, and you can also run like a Malygos also, because if you have Malygos with the same setup with a Mind Blast and a Holy Smite, it's 15 and then 5 + 5 +, so it's 27, so it's 1 less damage.
I'm glad about this card that it's Discover and not summon
Yes,
a random friendly
that's
minion that
what
died.
makes it really good.
Yeah, the Discover is really intense because you can run a couple bad cards
Mm-hmm.
and a couple really good cards with this card and still have a good outcome.
Yeah, and
So-
Priest, besides Shadow Word Death, Priest doesn't need a 3-mana card.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
that's
I'm just confused about how they could chain up that ghost.
yeah, that
There's
is.
no real chains. Those aren't
Well,
like.
It's
they're
not
probably
just
spellbound,
servitude for a little bit. It's eternal.
Yeah, but how do they
servitude.
get them into the?
Well, look, the chains are all glowy, man. They
Yeah.
got magical powers around the
Oh, they
chains.
totally
the whole,
do. Oh, I
yeah.
thought maybe. Anyway.
Yes.
I didn't even consider the potential of combos with this
Yeah.
card, but like, yeah, getting any minion that costs more than 4 mana to cost 4 mana is really cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
So
the combo potential is insane. Good call.
that's
super cool.
that's why I do it.
Oh, dude, you could even run, if you had one of the Radiant Elementals on the board,
Mhm.
it costs 3. You can do 2 of those.
Oh my god,
hold your hand.
I haven't seen this card yet. Shadow Ascendant.
That
At the end of
hard?
your turn, give another random friendly minion +1/+1.
Templar Arena Priest. That's about it.
And it's common.
I
for
I
Arena.
fall in love with infinite value cards.
Ones that
so-
continually do stuff.
Oh yeah, those are my favorite cards in the game.
You could pair this with the 3-mana 1/5 that doubles end of turn effects.
Yeah. Which that card's really cool. We'll get to that.
Ooh,
That
and then it
card's
becomes a
dope.
3-mana 3/7.
Yeah.
It's other friendly minions though, right? So
Yes,
it will never
but-
buff itself.
Yeah, but if you have the 1/5 out, then you can double buff the 1/5.
Correct, yeah.
If you.
But I mean, in
That's
general, you
good
can't
shit.
play this on turn 2 as a turn 2 3/3 ever. It would never happen.
No.
But if you had a 1-drop on the board for some reason, it would make that 1-drop a 2-drop.
I buy it.
So yeah, in Arena, I think this card's gonna be really good.
The only thing is priest. This gives minion stats, and that's pretty much what the priest hero power does anyways, because healing is the same as giving stats to an injured minion.
It makes minions be able to be healed.
Sure, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. So,
Yeah.
all right, next one.
Pretty powerful for a 2-mana card.
All right, embrace darkness.
Enemy minions start of your turn, gain control of it. Oh yeah, I know this card.
Man, you're gonna need this against Arthas.
Yeah, that's what it was used.
If you're playing priest, you better toss one of these suckers in there because you're going to want to take control of the enemy's 8/8 Arthas.
So my thing about this card is that we saw Entomb in every single priest deck of all time when Entomb was around. But this is worse than Entomb.
You think so?
I think so. It's just too slow, man. You're giving your opponent theoretically 2 turns to do. So like you said, Lich King, right? That's your first thing that comes to your mind. So I can steal his Lich King. He plays the Lich King, gets a DK card, still got an 8 out on the board. You play this, and you got 10 mana. So you play this plus 4 other mana worth of stuff. He still gets an entire other turn of that Lich King on the board to do whatever he wants with, and another DK card. And then when it's your turn, then you get it. And it's on the beginning of your turn. Do the minions you steal have charge? Or do they have to wait another turn before they can attack?
They have to wait another turn.
So it's 3 turns after they've played their minion before you actually get control of their minion. Or at least 2 full turns. Because you have to wait for it, and then you have to wait for attack fatigue. So, like, this just seems, even as a 6-mana card, it just seems like, in terms of the long play of each individual game, it's not too slow, but in terms of, like, 3 turns, it's just too slow. There's too much time for your opponent to react, I think.
My thing is, one of the best case scenarios is it's turn 8, your opponent displays Primordial Drake, and then you're like, well, in priest I can't do anything, and then you play Embrace Darkness, and you can get a 4/8 body for free. That feels okay.
All you do is take 4 damage, which
You just
heal
don't
over
play
2
anything to
turns.
trade
anyway.
into.
4 damage, and then they might force a trade onto one of your minions to make it weaker or something, but it gives you a cheaper option than Mind Control to deal with 4 mana or 4 attack minions.
And it gives you 2 more mind controls, effectively.
Kind of, yeah.
So
But
Curious.
I'll
Curious
have to
card.
see. It sucks against aggro. It sucks so bad against
This is
aggro.
one of those cards that I think is going to be...
Cast it on patches.
I kind of hate...
Oh yeah.
Has charge, though. Oh!
Yeah.
I kind of hate saying this, but I think this is a card that'll do better in lower ranks than it does in higher ranks. And anytime I see that happen, or like anytime I feel like a card is in that scenario, I feel like in general it's not good. Like I feel like in lower ranks this card will perform better because the person getting embraced will not react as effectively as a higher ranked player would, because they would have 2 turns to decide how they're going to set up and how they're going to react to it, and like your opponent knows it's going to get taken. It's not like a mind control where, oh man, on turn 10 I just lost my minion and I had no idea. Like you've got a whole turn and a whole 6 or more mana to set up for it, for the reaction to it.
Yeah.
It just seems like it's going to take too long.
Yep.
That's fine. I was just gonna say, you play this, it gets evolved. You're sad.
Shadow Reaper.
That's true.
Cool art.
Super cool art.
I really wish it said destroy minions with 4 attack or more, but that's okay.
I think.
It's fine. Like it's not worse. for
He hates
anything.
these jades.
Yeah, he hates these jades. Yeah.
Oh my god. You spent that poor druid spent all that time making 8/8s, 9/9s, 10/10s, 11/11, 12/12.
Just eat 'em
one
all.
card, you just eat them all, and then you do 2 damage with your hero power.
Are you able to drop a Shadow Word Death out of your control priest deck with this card now? Like, can you just drop a Shadow Word Death and replace it with this? In whatever priest deck.
The
you
only
want?
Would you put
difference
3 Shadow Word deaths in your priest deck if you could?
I would put 1.
Usually no, because
in
there's almost
this.
never that much control meta. I would say no. I'd probably never do that.
I went with Shadow Visions being a thing because you can always find another one if you need it.
Yeah.
That's
But,
true, depending on the matchup.
I'd say this card is good. The potential to also do like a combo thing to win the game is also really inherent. and
What's the hero
interesting.
power for this
The
one?
hero power for this one is,
Deal 2.
and every time you play a card, or is it spell?
Spell.
Whenever you
Oh,
play
you
a
get it,
spell, it refreshes your hero power. And so the immediate combo is, I played
yeah.
Raza to make my hero power 0 for the rest of the
0.
game. And then I just have a bunch of coins or something like cheap spells, or I go off with Lyra and I just do a lot of damage for nothing.
You elemental, shadow vision, shadow vision, shadow visions.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
But
kind of
it'd be hard to play Ra's in that deck because you'd want
The only dupes you would
dupes.
want to have is
Shadow Vision.
Shadow
Just
Visions
Shadow
and,
Visions.
and Radiant Elementals.
Just for some fun flavor,
Well, not if you're running Mirage Colic, because Mirage Colic.
That's dope.
Mirage
Alright.
Color's cool. Just for some fun flavor talking, does Justicar Trueheart do anything to the Death Knight hero abilities?
I think it replaces
In
it.
Wild.
Actually, I don't think it does anything. I think it does nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the past, like Jiraxis did nothing. Like you
Yeah,
Jiraxis and then Justicar.
Would not, but
Okay. It's just, I was just curious.
small other thing. This would be a really fun set for to have that whatever copy your opponent's hero power thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
Sideshow Spell Leader.
yeah, that would be cool, but that's not
6
a
mana,
thing.
6/5.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, I think this card sucks, and I
Yeah, I agree.
I
rarely
hate the art. Art really is unsettling.
I rarely say cards suck, but I just don't like. If this was a neutral card, it'd be really good.
Would it?
Because it'd be a lot better than just being stuck on Priest.
Would you play this over an Earthen Ring Farseer?
Yes, in hand buff Paladin, or
Okay.
if I was playing against a deck where I would assume that I could do more damage.
I hate this art.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate
I
it.
think this
hate
card
it.
has to be buffed. Like, has to be buffed to even be worth more than an Earthen Ring Farseer. Because an Earthen Ring Farseer is immediate. Like, I can heal myself.
You
I
can
can heal
heal.
a minion on the board. I can heal minions in general. Like, this can never heal a minion.
You can combo with Soul Priest.
Yeah, you can
Deal
yeah,
three
like
damage,
like
yeah.
I just can't imagine a world that I would play this over Earthen Ring.
Yeah, it's
I play Earthen Ring because I like the art better.
I mean,
This is so
everything about
creepy.
Earthen Ring is
It's-
better.
This Acolyte of Agony is so creepy.
I hope the battle cry is.
It
just,
looks like that guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh yeah.
The
Return the slab.
Return the slab. Oh my god. Devour
All right.
Mind.
So you're gonna write Nightmares out of 10 as your.
Yeah. Devour Mind.
Cool card art.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's. I heard it get compared to Kabbalah's Tome,
Yeah, and that's
which I buy it.
yeah.
I buy it.
Plus it's
Sick
information.
Yog card.
Plus it's a sick yard card. Plus it's information. So what's Thought Steal? Copy 2 cards for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're paying
Copy
more to
3
get
cards
3
for
cards.
5.
yeah. And I think as he said to Kabbalah's Tome, it's like, well, you can get 3 random spells, or you can get 3 cards from your opponent deck.
That you know are good because he put them in his deck.
Yeah, exactly. That's the theory. Like your opponent would not put like Weasel Tunnelers in hopes of devouring mind.
So it's information, and you know they're better cards than random cards. And people play. And you were talking about the generating value, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you're playing against a priest, man, who knows? They could have a devouring mind. In
And
there.
it doesn't take from your deck, which is good because then it doesn't
Fatigue.
fatigue you. So, all right,
Cool card.
all right.
That's it.
And let's do
I would
Rogue
not
real
have, I would
quick.
have not have checked on Devour Mind, except that you said Kabbalah's Tomb. I wouldn't even have thought of it.
I really wish you had the hero power for this one because you'd need it.
Valera the Holla.
All right, so this is another one that Sam got wrong. He told me arrogantly that heroes couldn't have stealth.
Yeah, that's true.
And he was wrong.
Wait, what were the things that you got wrong?
So you can counter that whenever you want. I'm not going to point it out.
I'm gonna just look at
Remembering
you
right
got
now.
wrong
All right.
real quick.
So this is really good because it gives Rogue the chance of having an ice block of itself, which is good because Mage and Rogue have a lot of kind of the similar like burst down your opponent combo decks. But Mage has ice block, and you need ice block to be able to survive a turn or get an extra turn. But this gets that, and then it's hero power, which is you're not going to get it from me explaining it, so I'm sorry. But whenever you play a card, you get a copy of that card in your hand, and you have this card that transforms into the last card you played.
Yeah.
And then you.
How much mana does that hero power
It's
cost?
a passive mana thing.
Oh, it's passive?
It's passive, which I
Oh, okay.
thought would never exist.
That's interesting because Hayden thought, oh, I don't think they'll have passive hero powers.
Uh-huh.
Boom.
I will
you
say
go.
any things I got wrong, I would say that they are strict opinions, but Sam states his things like
I
facts.
say my things like facts.
So, do you only get like with the hero power with the way it's worded? Can you guys guess, or have you guys seen on streams? If you were like, say you had this already active, so the hero power is already passive, could you counterfeit coin, get the hero power, counterfeit coin again, then play like Fan of Knives, and then get the copy of it from your hero power to Fan of Knives a second time?
Yes,
Like it continually regenerates whatever the last card was.
No, but it's
it regenerates, but it doesn't. If once you play the copy
You only
card,
get one per
it goes away
For the turn or forever?
for the
for the
turn.
turn.
Okay, so you get one extra copy of a spell per turn.
Yeah.
You're drawing 2.
You couldn't like put Gadgetzin on the board, then play this, then coin,
No.
No, because
okay. One per turn.
Yeah, it's like a Shifter Xeris that once it exits your hand, it does. So,
Leroy Coldblood.
Very casual, 18 damage.
I also thought about Evolve Cobalt, and then you can get another one, and then depending how the math works out with Sinister Strikes and Eviscerates, whatever is the most efficient to have an extra Cobalt or spell, you can do that.
I think the hero power is cool, but I think the more important part here is the stealth. Like that one extra turn of Ice Block is just disgusting.
And
it doesn't save you against like Hellfire though. You know, like if you're at 2 health.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yes, it does because you have 5 armor now.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Yes.
Fair.
So,
But you can
Oh,
still.
wow.
I'm saying you could be hit by AOE's.
you could get hit by double Hellfire.
Right. Yeah. If you're
Double
health,
Ysera Awakens.
Or you could get hit by Leper Gnome or like Tilling.
Correct.
Farm.
So it's not exactly. It's not exactly.
You know what?
Ice Block.
You could. That's what I'm saying.
You could actually, if you gave it Wind Fury.
Yeah, you could. It survived both attacks. All right.
We'll
So
get
it's not.
there. We'll
It's
get
not
there.
Anyways.
exactly Ice Block, but it's basically Ice Block.
Yeah. Oh yes, it is also any spell. Also, it was.
It's any card.
Any card. Any
Yeah.
card.
That's what I probably should have
Just
said.
to catch you two up, Veprix is somebody that's been around on my stream for a long time. She is the go-to rogue player. All she plays is rogue, and everything
Alright.
she says about rogue, I trust.
All right.
'Cause
How
she
do you
plays
spell it?
way more than I do. Oh, she can spell it.
No, I'm
Rouge.
Just kidding. I spell it Rouge.
Yeah, and I agree. Venom Knights. It's going to be really hard to evaluate Villiers without playing her, but the sense of just being able to enable combos, because even like you can play Malagos, and then you can play like you can prep.
Another Malagos.
Oh no, you can't use it with prep because that's not how it works. But you can like Sinister Strike, and then you can I don't know. You can do fun stuff and do like a lot of damage.
Prep's gonna be weird with that hero power. A lot of people are gonna mess that hero power up.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Skill out of 10.
Well, glad to have you here, rogue expert Veprix.
Mm-hmm.
Runeforge Haunter, 4 mana, 5/3. During your turn, your weapon doesn't lose durability.
Card's dope.
Hello, Medivh?
Hello, Envenom Weapon.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Hello, any weapon buffs like Deadly Poison.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This card's sick.
I
It's
didn't
fun.
think about Medivh. That's sick. Like that is an awesome thing. Or if you get Gore Howl somehow.
Oh, yeah. Just like,
Yeah.
it'll be like 7 to the dome.
And
But
then you're
Medivh,
like,
you could just summon an infinite amount of minions.
oh yeah, you can just, especially like Gadgetzin Madness. Anyways,
Yeah.
I think this card's really good.
And also the good Sword of Champions. or
Oh
whatever it
yeah,
is.
whenever you summon it.
It's just, yeah! Give it all +1.
Yeah, and then never lose anything.
Yep.
That'd be actually really cool.
What is this monster? Do we know what,
I don't-
what type
I don't
of
know
It's it's like a gas.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
and
A
does
ghast?
it have like a noose around its neck?
No,
That's
it's like a.
Looks like a noose, dude.
Yeah, it looks like it's.
Oh, that one might be a new. I'm thinking of there's other
It's not Rapunzel's hair.
There's other enemies in World of Warcraft that are called gas, and they have like big mouth tendrils. I don't know what they're called. They're not really tendrils, like one tube.
It's like an upset one-eyed ogre because he's got his hoodie all zipped up. It's just like,
It's obviously a Runeforge Haunter. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Runeforge. It's a haunter.
I think this is really good with the 3-man or the new weapon that Rogue got. This is like the first weapon that Rogue's gotten that's by itself without having to play anything else seems okay.
Yeah.
If Rogue had a 2-mana weapon, like a 2-mana 2/2 weapon, this card would be really good because you have 2 potential targets in your deck that would have, or like 4 copies of a card in your deck that you'd be like, okay, this in combo with it would be okay. But I think it'll be alright so far if there's an aggressive.
I
kinda-
think
Yeah.
this card is disgusting with one of the cards coming up, the Rogue Epic.
By the way, we only have 50 minutes left to cover a bunch of classes, so
I'm okay with making it 4 hours if you guys are.
Well, we better keep going. We got all. the
we
neutrals.
should try and stick to 3.
All right. So Plague Scientist. really good, especially if you have a minion that sticks. You know how you make minions stick? Give it stealth. Oh, rogue minions already have stealth.
You don't have to deal 2 damage to it either, so
Yeah.
it's pretty slick.
Mm-hmm.
This card in Arena is going to take over. I will probably auto pick
Yeah.
this every time I see it in Arena. I don't feel like there would be a reason I wouldn't auto pick this card in Arena.
The only thing is comboing with 3 mana cards is when it starts to get a little bit trickier to do it. Especially in Arena where you don't get
Patches
coins.
synergy. Damn.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice. All right.
All right, next one. Doomerang. Love this card.
This
Great.
card's amazing. I agree.
This does not stop the 5/3 because it returns it to your hand. It doesn't do durability.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah,
This is what I
because
thought.
I thought the same thing because they're like, oh, you get a copy of your Doomerang, or whatever. But still in the fact that you get to essentially duplicate your weapon and deal damage.
Without taking damage.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the animation for this.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Oh, it's really cool.
What is it?
It's just literally it boomerangs from your weapon slot into a minion, then boomerangs to your hand.
Yeah.
It
It
actually
actually
does
looks like that.
Yeah.
And it like flies out on the board. So a little bit for 10 seconds on my soapbox.
Yeah.
I think this idea is awesome because the reason that control rogue or weapons have been such a joke for rogues lately is because they have no healing, no survivability, and no way to continue using their weapons without taking damage. This does that along with the stealth minion, the stealth death knight that we already saw, gives rogue so much more viability for like a little bit of long term with their weapons because you can do damage with a huge weapon. Not only like you said you get a copy back, but this doesn't take your health away. So it's kind of like a heal, all for another 1 mana spell in rogue.
Yeah, and also Mr. Jesus Condom and
Sick name.
sick name, Jesus Condom.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was someone else because it has like the same length and color as Mr. Venom Knights. Anyways, it's super sick with ITS, right? Because
It is sick of LTS.
it's just I don't think
Another Medivh combo in rogue.
Rogue just doesn't have expensive cards to use, but I guess that doesn't matter if you can just
bro.
flood the. Thanks, bro. Yeah, you're welcome. This goes out to JC. So
You're my boy, JC.
next card.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
Doomerang's amazing.
All right,
Oh no, not the last one.
all right. Bone Baron.
They're 1 manas, right? 1 mana, 1/1.
1 mana, 1/1s. It's really interesting to have comboable cards that aren't spells because most of the time, so just being able to add stuff to get combos this card can offer stuff for.
5 mana, 5/5 is already not bad stat line.
Oh, and they're trying to push Death Rattle Priest or Rogue as well, so that could be a thing.
I think it could be cool. Death Rattle could be cool. But I think the bigger thing here is giving combos to your rogue cards. It's really awesome.
Yeah, that's coming up. Oh, great, that's coming up at work. Thanks, Ryan.
I do not play Magic the Gathering.
All right.
Just Hearthstone.
Let's see. Next one, Leeching Poison. Oh,
Just
okay.
fixing the camera. I was trying to. There it goes.
I think this card was good until I remember it doesn't work with Blade Flurry. Like, it doesn't with Venom Weapon.
Wait, stop. It doesn't work with Blade Flurry?
Nuh-uh.
Poisonous works with Blade Flurry.
I know it doesn't. Because Blade Flurry does the damage, not the weapon.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought Venom Weapon
I
worked
thought
with Blade
it
Flurry.
would because it'd be like, oh, you do all this damage. That'd be sick, but it doesn't.
I still like it.
Rogue needs heals in
Right.
general. I think it's okay. Since it has a 3 attack weapon now, it's also okay.
Now, I think the problem is that Ooze is going to get more popular. There's a lot of hero powers.
Yeah.
Ooze is going to be super popular, but like in a world without Ooze, if you're imagining a perfect world and you deadly poison like an Assassin's Blade and play this over the couple of like a course of a few turns, like that's a ton of healing that Rogue has never had in the past.
Yeah, I think Deadly Poison will attempt to see play again too, which is good. So.
I really like this card. I think this card, in combination with Doomerang and in combination with the DK that gives stealth, is going to give Rogue a lot of potential for
With
long game.
Doomerang.
Yeah.
You would use this card with Doomerang?
The Doomerang doesn't work either because the
Really?
Doomerang
It's the same thing as Blade Flurry?
Uh-huh.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I didn't mean specifically, when I said that, I didn't mean specifically comboing Leeching Poison and Doomerang. The additions of Doomerang and Leeching Poison help give
You
Rogue.
throw your weapon,
Yeah, but it's
which means that it's the weapon dealing the damage.
Yeah, I really
except
think it
for
would work.
it's the spell is the boomerang, and you're attaching your weapon to the Doomerang, and so I risk.
All right, Market. How long have we been streaming? Market, we'll come back and check.
Yeah,
this
okay.
releases.
All right.
All right,
It's a fact.
it's a fact.
It attaches to your weapon. It gives you lifesteal.
This card would be
Blow that
good
candle
if it
or
cost a little bit less. Yeah, he
Okay.
yeah. How much?
Get excited for the Steel 6.
Let's see. So you rarely get. Let's say on average, you get a Edwin that has 6 procs, right? And that's for 3 mana. So I don't see this being any better than a Fire Elemental, right?
Yeah.
That you can't play on.
You can play a turn 10.
You can play on turn 10. Like, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's rough.
but maybe more.
But maybe, yeah. Maybe.
Tyler, can you give me a good impression of what this card's facial expression is? To the camera, please.
Yeah.
Sick.
All right, Lillian Voss.
Great lore.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's a magic card. It's a black planeswalker. Like the color magic of like one of the colors is black. Called Liliana Vess. And I feel like this is a
Lillian Voss been around for a long time.
Yeah,
she's a really important rogue hero from WoW lore.
Well, I feel like Liliana Vess has been around since like the 90s.
That could be. Lillian Voss been around since Warcraft 2. So
Wow.
whenever that
Okay.
was.
Well, interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Lillian Voss been around for a long time.
I think this has potential to just a 4 mana like a chill one Yeti is okay for stats.
Plus stuff.
If you have like a dead hand with like preps or like bad swashbuckler targets, this could be okay. It's nice that it's your opponent's class because honestly, random rogue spells are really generally pretty bad because they're either like more preps and coins, or they're like weapon stuff that pretty much requires triggers, or kind of clunky. So
Get excited for Trollden videos.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Into fireballs and the lethal, right?
I honestly
Like,
thought that this
Exploring
card
Dora.
was
Yeah.
kind of a meme card, and then Veprix ended up talking to me about it, and I trust her on most of her rogue opinions because she has way more hours in rogue.
Ooh, pedals.
yeah,
Dude,
and then the
yeah.
volley that turns into 2 manas or the 2 mana.
And like if you're already stealing cards from your opponent's class and they end up being bad cards, like if you're playing against a shaman and you steal like ancestral like healing or something, or like
Ethereal
totemic
Peddler.
might.
Is Ethereal Peddler still a thing? Is that Old Gods?
Which one's that? The 5/6?
5 mana 5/6 that
It's still
reduces
around.
the cost.
Yes, that was an old
Still
gods
around,
card.
yeah. So that kind of stuff gets really cool. But and then the other thing that I didn't think about till Veprix said, which made this card go from kind of fun and potentially cool, is what you said. If you have a bunch of leftover like spells you can't use, like a lot of times Fanonines ends up becoming a draw 1 card, do nothing for 3 mana,
Yeah.
or like preps or counterfeit coins or what have you.
Yeah, this
just makes them good.
This is just another auctioneer for some purposes for your
Yeah.
deck. And like if you don't draw auctioneer, you lose. So
Yeah.
sometimes.
I think this card's really cool. I'm excited
Cool
about
art.
it.
Yeah.
Very
All
cool
right.
art. Very cool lore. Love it.
Shadowblade. Awesome card.
Yep.
Like
More help for rogue healing again.
Rogue hasn't gotten a decent and or cheap weapon in so long, which has also been really harsh because their only weapon interaction is either Cold Blood, where it's you need that for an early weapon, or
Deadly poison me?
Deadly Poison is what I meant, and or Blade Flurry, but Blade Flurry got nerfed finally.
Finally.
Hashtag finally.
This is what Blade Flurry died for, right here.
Yeah, and then it also has a pseudo heal associated with
you.
it. Is also
Little
good.
embellishment.
I think the pseudo heal is a really big deal. Like all the stuff they added for Rogue is going to help them actually be able to potentially make control cards or control decks, excuse me. And that opens up a ton of stuff for the past like 2 or 3 expansions that we've just been ignored because there was no way you could play those other cards because control Rogue's never been able to be existing. Like it's always been combo Rogue, and this adds a depth that I think will allow options for Rogue that we've never seen.
Yeah, this is like a mini True Silver Champion almost.
I feel like you're immune because it's on a chain. You swing the
Yeah, you
chain,
just swing
you
it at
slice, and you bring it back.
Yeah, this
and then
Doomerang.
you Doomerang and the chains wrap around you like an AT-AT.
Trip yourself.
Bad.
I think everything they gave to Rogue's kit in terms of specifically influencing their weapons was good changes. I'm excited
nice.
about all of them.
Yeah,
nice.
I think this is one of the. Are we out of road cards?
Nope.
We got one more.
Unamas.
But in the sense that the road cards actually feel like they work together and do things.
Yeah,
Except for this one.
Except this can have synergies. Excuse me.
I mean, so this kind of a card in my mind, like when you say like you make that joke, like
Yeah.
the fact that Rogue potentially has the option to play the long game now or a longer game makes cards like this more viable, where you could actually play Death Rattle Rogue as a control deck if you wanted to, and maybe now you'll be able to survive long enough to be able to get value off of stuff like of this, or specifically Death Rattle decks, which Death Rattle Rogue hasn't worked in the past because they've had no healing or whatever. And so now that they've got some options that aren't specifically healing per se, but they work in the same vein, like the immunity, the stealth, the Doomerang, the same kind of stuff where you're able to do damage without taking damage. I think that opens up opportunities for cards like this and decks like Death Rattle Rogue to exist, which in general I'm really excited about. I'm really happy with all the Rogue cards.
Yeah, and so for this one, someone did the math, and I'm going to just spout it without actually checking it. Like anyone else. But if you run, I think he said 15 Death Rattles, you have a good chance of drawing at least 2 cards, which I don't think is unreasonable or burden heavy for a deck. I haven't actually tried building it because I didn't know all the cards yet, but generally Death Rattle cards are good cards anyways, and there's more Death Rattle cards than like dragons or elementals, right? And so it's one of the easier targets to just buy, like, oh, this card's decent, but it's Death Rattle. So
like I could even see like Egg Rogue becoming a thing.
Oh,
almost.
yeah.
Like throw a couple eggs in there, throw a Zeril in there. You can get on your way pretty fast. So I'm excited for Rogue. I really like the changes they've made. Yeah,
and so this could, I think it's okay. The only thing is, I think they reused art for this card. Because it looks like there's like a bone hero power from one, like the...
like the Tavern Girls?
No. What is it? The Reno Jackson expansion.
Oh, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Hexosaurus or whatever.
Yeah, the
Tyrannosaurus Hex.
Yeah, the League of
Used
Explorers. Yeah, it looks like the hero power you get for that.
That's fair.
Which is just upsetting because.
Yeah, I think they could have made it better than just bones.
But I mean, it's also called Roll of Bones, so I could why, but I want new art. But
I'm excited.
One last thing. This is a skeleton playing the sax because when you draw 28 cards off of Roll of Bones.
Oh yeah, no, 28 Death
Would it
Rattle.
deck you, or would it stop when your hand was full?
Oh, it would deck you.
It's cast again.
Well, if you draw a card.
Yeah, and
if you burn it, does that count as draw?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I don't know, but it'll be fun. That'd be
28 Death Rattles.
yeah. Luckily, there's not like a Death Rattle Exodia card. Right.
Alright, so short break?
Yeah, well, let's see. We will be back at
9:30.
9:30, yeah, and then we'll hopefully. It looks like Dinomancy kind of. I don't remember what the Dinomancy.
We're not gonna make it done. We're not gonna get it done in 30 minutes, but we'll go fast.
Yeah, well.
So the second half could be faster.
I'll put a little thing. But,
yep. Time to stretch our legs.
I need some pizza. But I didn't bring enough to share with the crowd, so.
Rip.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Yeah, you guys want some pizza? We'll be right back. Oh, also, hi Preston. Didn't see you there. Hi Preston. Yes, right through there. Oh no, everyone knows that my bathroom's there.
There's too many doors.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. I got an email from Blizzard saying in the subject line, it's stretch those hamstrings. That's good.
Where did I change the font color? Oh, jeez. I'm really bad at this. On the fly, this mouse sucks.
Thanks.
On the fabric, not your mouse sucks. The fabric sucks though, and it's your fabric. Oh, thank you so much for the Twitch affiliate, Preston. I appreciate it. Text. Preston, you subscribed. Thank you so much. All right, we'll be right back. But thank you so much, Preston. That means so much to me.